Yeah! We did it! 2,000 ponies. Hi, Attacker Bug. Hi, Sketch. You know, I haven't been giving out points all the time for a person who's first. I'm sorry. Hi! It's so good to hang out with you guys and talk. Because I've been doing, what are they? Like, work with me streams? What are they even called? I just realized I need to brush my hair. I turn to the side and I'm like, whoa. Whoa. It's kind of mange. I'm sorry. I did brush my hair. I did brush it. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know. It just happened. Hi! Hi, Cardinal. Hi, Attacker Bug. Hi, Sketch. Okay, you guys. So, we are gonna... You know what? I wonder if I can find it, like, right away. Hold on. I might not be able to find it right away. Wait, why is my pony in here? Bro. Okay, here's the one. But I have a K. I have a K somewhere. I want the world to sing in a native tongue. Alright, I think I have to... Ooh, almost fell. I think I have to search for this a different time. Because there's a lot of places it could go. I'll show you this one though. When we got to 1K at our celebration, we did the Balloon the Room. I think I'll do that again. We did Balloon the Room, and whoever did a sub got their name on the 1 or the K. So I need to find the K because we should talk about who's on it. Who was here for 1K. On this one, it has Catch. Remember Catch a W? He's a casualty of when I go away during camp, I think. RIP. Cass, which is OG Bot Mama. Silas was here. Kincaid. Fort Explorer, who came in the other day. And I'm pretty sure the other one has like Sketch and stuff, but I gotta find that. But we should get a number 2 and put everybody's name on it that goes to that special stream. And I'll wait till I get my cosplay together. I'll schedule it in October. We'll do a Sailor Moon, because I didn't change the goal. I think we should see it full for today. We made the 2,000 followers in my hand. So I'll schedule the cosplay stream that we earned. It'll be my Sailor Venus cosplay, and we'll do a Balloon the Room, and we'll get a 2, and we'll write everybody who does subs during that, and I'll keep it forever and ever. So, yay! Feels so weird being able to use my voice. You know, like doing the co-stream, the work streams, it kind of made me feel like Little Mermaid. Wait, I'm thirsty, you guys. How is everybody? What are the volumes like? Feels nice to stream on a computer that isn't dying as well. Booblever. Booblever, don't be sad. Booblever. Why are you sad, Booblever? Hi, it's good to see you. Hi, Craig. Welcome in, Craig. I have a voice. Hey, it's Bree with a voice. Yeah, Cardinal, I know. I have so much to say. I have been enjoying having you guys there, though, just while I'm working. I feel like my bangs bent my eyelashes down. Come on, reach for the sky. I'm gonna have to fix it. It's gonna drive me crazy. No! Mascara's hard because, like, when you mess it up, you have to pretty much take it all off and restart. We're just gonna leave it like that. I changed my mind, actually. Deal with it. Deal with it. Booblever! I like that her little emo is cute. And the balloons, they are back. Oh, we got the bots on Kick. Missed them. Practicing directory. Unlow says, tired of streaming to 0? Let's change that. Only at Nensnut. Oh, I'm good, Booblever. How are you? Hi, Zay. Oh, Zay's hit me with a lurk. Yeah. So Zay is solo parenting tonight, you guys. Keep Zay in your prayers. No, I just felt like playing Rip. Okay. Do what you want. Thanks for the balloon sketch. Hello, Ozzy Nan. How are you? I'm going to be bold and daring and bring back this design just because I loved it so much. We are going to bring it back. Kind of looks like I'm drinking pee. I'm not drinking pee. I'm drinking Minecraft Poppy. Strawberry lemon. The best part is people on YouTube, they can't hear the music. So it just looks more random than it is. The volumes are good. Good. Thank you, Sketch, for the feedback. I get those bots all the time on Kick. Well, we need to kick them out. Just kidding. They're welcomed. Everybody's welcomed. Well, yeah, let's share my apples, and then we'll share the good news and pray. And then I have to give you my tour of my Jesus camp that you unlocked that I filmed yesterday and today. And like for the, oh my gosh, I like tweezers right there. For like the 2 past days, today and yesterday, it's like not been rainy at all, but today and yesterday it's been raining. But you're going to see my Jesus camp is even beautiful in the rain. So, hi, Mind Repair. Welcome in. Welcome to the Pony Club. You now just became one of my little ponies, and you are joining 2,000 people. Thank you for the 50 bits, Ozzy, for the celebration. I liked that. I liked the frog. The frog, you know, fully rely on God in the rain with the rainbow. Love it. Thanks, Ozzy. I appreciate it. But Mind Repair, welcome in. How did you find us? How'd you find us? I should ban them, Cardinal, but I don't bother. I don't moderate YouTube or Kick. Just kind of do it out there, because why not? I like it because YouTube stores your VODs forever and ever. They'll be published there for all eternity. So when I'm 80 and want to be reminded about our friendship, I can go back and watch us. When you're no longer my friend, I can watch you on YouTube in the chat. Okay. So everybody who does a sub gets a worm on an apple. You get 1 for every sub you do. Whoever does the most. Listen, no, I haven't updated them. Tomorrow I'm not going to stream because it's my once a month D&D campaign is starting up again. But while I'm waiting for my turn to play, because it notoriously sometimes takes a long time during battle for your turn to play, I will update these. I will update them, okay? Ocean Eyes with 2. Driven by Faith, 7. Big Head Fred with 1. Again, these are not updated, okay? Donut with 2. Destro with 5. They haven't been updated for like 2 weeks. I know, I'm sorry. 2-week May with 1. Mama 3 Dinos with 3. It's because I make it too hard for myself. And it's also because I make these plans and then you guys support too much. You support more than I thought. And then I have to cut all these little things out. LV Shino with 1. JD with 1. Sketchman with, I know he has 3, it says 2. And I think he has more now, actually. You're Insane with 1. OG Kincaid, 18. Zay, I think they're at like 103, but this says, pretty sure this says 96. At 96, I've got to add more worms. Cardinal, 16. And Dark Pix with 1. I think I might need to look for apples too, because I think there's some I missed, like Shiny. Thank you for the shiny. Official O-Dog. Hey, listen, hey, I have a voice. I usually talk a lot. This is a very different vibe. I don't know if the people who like me in the day are going to be the people who like me at the night and vice versa, but we'll see. Here we go. We're going to do this one right here. It's a heart. A little heart for my love for all of my ponies. Ponies. You're so good at both vibes. Literally, at work, I feel kind of bad because I'm straight up ignoring you guys for a lot of it. Like, if I'm in the zone writing an email, I don't even have the chat pulled up yet. I have to keep pulling it up once in a while and look at it because I use both my screens for, like, work. I found you quite friendly. Oh, different. Fine, my bad. I think I was rated in one day and saw you on my live channel suggested streamers today. Thought I'd foul today. Didn't last time. Oh, well, I'm glad you decided to this time. Thank you. I try to be friendly, but sometimes I could be more friendly. Couldn't we all? Don't we all fall short? Welcome in. I am glad you're here. An official O-Dog. Welcome. Where did the other pre go? This is awesome. This is the pre that, as Stream knows it, the daytime pre is new. She debuted yesterday for the first time at work because she misses everybody during the day. The way you talk to your chat is awesome and very inviting. That's why it's very different from the work streams when I ignore you. I'm playing hard to get with your friendship. I'm just hyping you up for later in the day. Like, yeah, we get to hang out later. We're all at work now, but we get to hang out later. Oh, let's share the good news. Wow, this song's hitting. Hold on. Oh, it's right here. Jesus, he walks with me. Guys, come back for the karaoke pre-stream at the end of the month. Hi, Jack. Hey, Jack, look. I have sound coming from my body. And it's not passing gas, okay? I know it seems like that, but it's not. Anyways, let's change the tone here for some prayer. So you guys, I'm a Jesus Camp girl, but everybody's welcomed here. Okay, even if you're not a Christian. But I want to authentically share who I am. And a big part of that is my faith. And so I do that at the beginning of every stream. I start with prayer. So Christian or not, if you have anything that you would like us to pray about, we would love to do that for you. Being a part of a community, Christian or not, is about opening up and sharing each other's burdens and each other's joys, praise reports. So if you have anything you want to share with us in this anonymous fashion that you get to do on Twitch, then I welcome you to go ahead and do that. Praying, even if you don't believe in God, praying could never do any harm. So why not give it a shot if you've tried everything else? Also, so what happens is I have a prayer redemption. It only costs 1 point, and that way it queues it for me in case chat gets popping so that I don't lose it. So what I'm going to do is I will read, we've been reading through this devotional, so I'll read a piece of scripture and what the author says and reflection of it, and you're welcome to share your thoughts too, even if they differ. And during that time, you can also be redeeming prayer, and when I'm done with this, then I will pray for everybody, and then we'll get into showing my Jesus Camp, which that's where I stream from in my office. But I'm going to show the property. My Jesus Camp is 600 acres, so it's a lot of property. I don't get to show you it all, but I did drive around and filmed a lot in the rain because it rained yesterday and today, and those are the days that I filmed it for you. But yeah. Okay. You say you ignore us, but I'm seeing you chatting, even doing the money don't. Yeah, I'm gonna chat to you in the chat. Like, I'm gonna type in the box when I can, during those streams. But hello, Jack W. Cheeser. Hey, does that mean you smile a lot? Tell me the story behind your name, if you would. Okay, so today's, did we read Abide first? Yeah, I think we read Abide first, I believe. Okay, so today's is called Undeserved Redemption, and the Bible verse is from Ephesians 1:6-8. It says, To the praise of the glory of his grace, which he freely bestowed on us in the beloved. In him we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of our trespasses, according to the riches of his grace, which he lavished on us. So let me read that one more time. To the praise of the glory of his grace, which he freely bestowed on us in the beloved. In him we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of our trespasses, according to the riches of his grace, which he lavished on us. Yeah. I think, I think a lot of times we feel like we don't deserve a savior. I have a friend, my best friend from high school. Like, we were so close. He was my best guy friend growing up, but we were so close that so my dad passed away when I was 16. So when I got married, he's the one that walked me down the aisle and gave me away to my husband. Absolute besties. The thing is that I am very Christian, and I always have been, and he is not. And I recently found out that he started going to church, and he said what happened was his kids asked him if God is real, and he decided, instead of pushing his own point of view, that he would take them to church. And what he found is a very lovely community, loving community, Christians that are living out the way that they should be living out. And it's got him thinking, like, why don't I believe in God? And I don't want to get political, but he was very moved by the passing of Charlie Kirk, and it made him start thinking, why don't I believe in God? Because I want to believe in God. I want that to be right. And he started doing some searching, and he said, I thought maybe I don't believe in God because I don't believe I deserve in a God. Like the God that's always been described, like maybe I'm not good enough for that. And I think that's sometimes where a lot of people are at. Like, they don't feel like they deserve it. And this is going to be good news, but it's not going to sound good first, okay? Okay. The thing is, nobody actually deserves the redemption that God gave us, right? Because the wages for sin is death. That's what the Bible says. Like, what we deserve for our sin, which everybody sins, everybody falls short of the glory of God, deserves death, separation from God, because God cannot be around sin, right? God is perfect. He can only be around perfect. So because of that, we cannot be with God. But there needed to be a perfect sacrifice, which we could never do. We tried it with animals, was not it, couldn't do it. And us dying, for we can't live a perfect life. So we can't sacrifice people or ourselves to make things right. So that's why Jesus came, and he lived a perfect life. He is, and I know he's fully God, but he's also was fully man, and that's why this sacrifice worked. And so even though we don't deserve this redemption, because of what Jesus did, we all do. This is accessible to everybody, no matter who you are. This is accessible to you and offered to you. It is freely given to you. You don't have to earn it. There's nothing you could do to earn it. You wouldn't be able to, but you don't have to be able to. All you have to do is accept it. So let's read what the author says. God is consistent and always good. His truth never changes, and what he has done to redeem you cannot be erased. Yeah, so nothing that you do moving forward can take you away from having access to what's being offered. No matter how long you have been following Jesus, whether years, months, or days, you can always revel in the foundations of your faith. No matter what happens in your life, this will always be true. You have been redeemed by the blood of Christ because of the incredible grace that God has lavished upon you. There isn't a day too dark or a task too mundane that can overshadow the glory of the basics of the gospel. Whether you feel lost in unexpected difficulty or lost in the daily tasks that motherhood necessitates, the gospel is for you. No matter the depth of your biblical knowledge, the redemption and forgiveness you've received should stir your heart. Let the Holy Spirit soften your heart today to sit in thanksgiving for what has been done for you. May you walk throughout your day humbled by the richness that has been bestowed on you. And that is the good news. It was a good one today. I was feeling it. I was feeling that news. All right, so for prayers, and if anybody wants to redeem prayer, you can go ahead and do that. It's a Channel Point redemption. Jack W. Cheeser says, it's not for me, but for someone who was just kidnapped. I hope he doesn't get harmed and gets home safely. Yeah, so God, we lift up this individual that Jack is talking about. You know exactly who he's talking about. We just pray for your peace around this situation. We ask for protection, Lord. We ask for you to move through law enforcement or individuals that might see something or know something, that you would encourage them to say something, that time would move slow, but help would move quick, Lord, and that you would just protect this individual and that they would be returned home safely, and that that you would just bring protection, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, Jack, for sharing that. Sketch says, gotta drive my mom and grandmother to a church conference tomorrow out of state and then back home. It's just a 6-hour round trip, but still just want the drive to go well and my matriarchs to have a nice time. Love that. Cute. So God, we just thank you for Sketch's heart, for his matriarchs, for the women in his life, and the respect that you have given him for them, Lord, and love. We just pray for their trip, that they would have a good trip, that they would also have a safe trip, that you would guide Sketch and keep him alert and mindful of the people around him, and not just him, but the people that are driving around him, that you would make them be mindful and give them good discernment, and that you would just protect them so they can have a safe trip, and that you bring Sketch safely back to the Pony Club Online. In Jesus' name, amen. Thanks for sharing that. All right, guys. Hi, Sweet Tea. I did see you pop in, but I was in a flow. Well, welcome in. It's good to see you. Oh, dang. I got to change this. I got to stop hitting this cord. My HDMI cord. I'm trying to move it further back so I don't keep kicking it. It is like dead. It is DED. Come on. Oh, that is like fully bent. Oh, hold on. Oh, gosh. Oh, shit. Thank you. Thank you for the 25 and 25 again. Thank you. Hi, the Emeralds. Donut, do you want little unicorn or double unicorn uni moment? And Ocean, thank you so much for the 50 bits. Yes, 2K followers. We made it. So we're going to do the cosplay stream. So see, you get to see the, it's completed. So you get to see the star have little hearts go up it. We made it, you guys, finally. How long has that been there? Like, ever. Party balloons. I watched you for the first time earlier today. You were working and still responded to me. A new viewer. Oh, thank you. I felt bad. I didn't feel like I get to respond to people as much as I would like to because I'm working. Guys, I'm so sorry. My onesie's inside out. What the heck? Wait, I'm getting another raid? Okay, wait, I gotta get the other one. Welcome in! Welcome in, Polar Bear and Mystic Mama. Thank you both for the raids. Were you guys streaming together, or was that just by happenstance? Guys, my HDMI might have officially pooped. I might have to rewire this before I can show you my camp. Let's just see if that works. But hi, everybody. Welcome in. You were together. Thank you for the double raid coordination. Well, my name is Pri. I'm a family-friendly Jesus Camp girl, and I'm actually showing my Jesus Camp today. If you don't mind, I'm going to switch my cord. Thank you so much for rating me. How was your stream? Were you playing Fortnite probably? Probably Fortnite. But Craig, I'm so glad you felt seen because my work streams, I don't really feel like I can give as attention as I would like to. Like I don't use a mic or anything and I'm just working, so... But you guys, go check out Mystic Mama and Polar Bear Joe. I would love you forever. And you want Donut wants the double uni. Okay, I'm gonna do the double uni. The Emerald, I said hi to you, bro. I said hi to you, bro. How are you? Yes, and then Bible. Oh, nice. What were you reading in the Bible? I've never seen your camera show us. Okay. Let me get a new HDMI. HDMI. I don't know why I said it like that. Guys, get you a millennial friend. They have a bin full of bins full of cords. Alright, these are like gaming. These are like game cords. Is this HDMI? That's like dongles for my Apple products. It must be this, surely. It's not. Where the heck is my HDMIs, bro? I don't want to be in it bad. I see one floating around over here. Hold on. Is this one not plugged into anything? Wait. Oh, there's one plugged in to what? My PlayStation. Let me unplug the one from my PlayStation. Bruh. Can't believe that pooped the bed. Pooped in its bed. Just like my kid that time. That was awful. That was disaster. Wait, hold on. Let's, I know how to make this faster. I'm sorry. Please be patient. I'm trying my best. Oh, no. Yeah. This one is broke. This one's forever broke. Whoa, that's crazy. That was crazy. Okay, let's see if that works. Beep, beep, beep. It works! What is this song called? This song is Worthy of It All. You're worthy of it. I can't hear what you hear right now, but I know that song. You're worthy of it all. Donut, you said double, right? Pretty sure you did. Wait, I heard my phone go off. Hold on. Okay. Not important. Not importante. That doesn't work. Fred, what do you think I am? That doesn't work. You think I'm like pro? Bro. Where do you think you are? You're mistaken whatever you thought was wrong. Okay. You guys, this is really bad filming, but I also had work to do, so I just filmed around the last 2 days while I was going around places at work, so it still took a long time. So let's see. But I'm still holy. Camp tour. All right, here we go. You ready for an absolute cinema? Yeah, that's true, Sketch. That's who it is. You think I'm pro? Thank you. There is 2K now. There's 2,000 ponies, so. I don't usually brag about how many I have. I'm just really excited. We've been waiting for this day for a long time. So we're going to have a celebration stream in October, and I will do Sailor Venus cosplay, and we'll do balloons. And I'll do a 2K. People who do subs will write your name on it, just like my 1K, and I'll keep it forever and ever, like my other one. And we'll always remember that you were here. I'm not too good. I miss. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Who are you missing right now? You were talking about 2 Corinthians 1 and 2. Love it. I know. I would think I would like to do some streams where we just talk through the Bible. Donut Christian raided me as I was about to raid him. Then we came here. That's really funny. I don't know what the remix is called, The Emerald. Okay, let's do this. Here we are. This is the parking lot. Isn't it beautiful? Listen, okay, before I show you this video, I want to tell you about Reach. Reach is a Christian gaming conference that's coming up in November that I'm going to be at. I'm going to be a speaker at this year. Last year I was handed the mic to introduce somebody and I made myself a speaker. But this year they decided to let me be an official speaker. So I'm going to do that and it's going to be super fun. We're going to do cosplay. We're going to do Beat Saber. We're going to do lots of stuff. There's like a Hollywood fight scene choreographer who's bringing real sabers and they're choreographing a big lightsaber battle. There's a dunk tank where you can dunk streamers. There's prizes. They're playing The Price is Right and they're like giving away streaming PCs and like things like that. It's like crazy. It's really fun and it's awesome. And the most important part is none of the things that attract, like all those things are attractive words and get people to come, right? Like the CEO, I think the CEO, somebody from Chick-fil-A, the woman who plays Mary, someone in the chat probably knows her name, the woman who plays Mary who washes Jesus' feet from The Chosen, she's coming and she's gonna sing. And last year she sang and she was a speaker and she like hung out the whole time. There's like really good music. There's gonna be a 60-piece orchestra there playing gamer music like Mario and like just like it's going to be awesome. And all these things attract people, but it's like after you go, you realize the best part is not even what really like you used to sell it. The best part is meeting all of your friends in real life that you share so much in common with. Your friends from Twitch, your friends who enjoy gaming, but also like Jesus or like willing to explore Christianity. So yeah, it's super duper fun. So let me show you the video about Reach and then I'm going to show you the tour. And the reason why I want to do this first is because Reach happens in Orlando. I'm in upstate New York. I fly down to Orlando or to Winter Park, Florida to go to it. It's so worth it. It's worth it. It's a long journey, but it's worth it. But I'm hoping that we can eventually try to coordinate a regional event called Reach Camp, where gamers touch grass and people can, and then some people can sign up and go to this regional event up with my camp and yeah, and like do have like a LAN center and stuff, but also and speakers and all that, all the gamer stuff, but also have you know, axe throwing, canoeing, just like be outside together, kind of like more of a retreat, a camp, right? Like worship in the woods. So let me just show you what Reach is all about first.
Welcome to the final countdown to ReachConf 2025. You better be grabbing your tickets as soon as possible. For the gamers, the video game building has over 10 TV and console combination stations with Smash tourneys. VR folks are going to have a Beat Saber tourney. There's going to be PC and game demos, arcade machines that are all free to play, a retro arcade, and an optional bring your own computer PC LAN for the PC folks. For the tabletop gamers, there's going to be a 50-person mega Dungeons & Dragons one-shot. Lots of tabletop space for all of the board games, and there's going to be room for the trading card gamers. If you want to bring your Magic cards, bring your Pokemon cards, battle it out, let's go. We're calling all the cosplayers in the group also. There's going to be a 360-degree photo shoot, a daily team shoot, and daily winners. And beyond that, there's going to be awesome game shows that the audience can be called in to win real prizes, content creator training events, industry talks, and more. So make sure you get your tickets to ReachConf 2025 today.
Yeah. So it's going to be super fun. And also, if you want to use my code, it helps support me. You don't have to, but Pony Club is my code. It gives you $5 off, and it also supports me. They give me some money from it, and it gives me some street rep. But that's not what it's about. It's about going. So even if you have another content creator that you enjoy more, if you could use their code, that would be super duper cool. Okay, so let's show my parking lot. This is the parking lot from the main building called the Welcome Center. That So this building that's all blurry right now across the street, that is our inn. That's our inn. None of these are my cars, okay? So don't look up these license plates because they're not even mine. Okay? You weirdos. Yeah, I'm looking at you, person who found my address and sent me lipstick that my husband or I did not order. I don't even wear lipstick, so it's in the trash, weirdo. Anyways, so this is our King's Inn. It has like 30 rooms or something like that. So that is like, I didn't go in there because we had a quilting group today and yesterday, and they were staying in there. It has like a beautiful, see, it has like a stained glass right there. It has a beautiful like communal room with like lounge with fridge and little kitchen area. But I didn't want to go in there and invade the space and privacy of our guests. So that's that. Right now it's fall in upstate, so there's like leaves. Also, it's going to be very shaky because I was like a woman on a mission. The music's loud. Okay. Let me know now if that's better. Is that better? Probably good. I think that's probably good volume. What was you? Sorry, that was you. What mean, Fred? What was you? Okay, so there's that one. And then I have a bunch of little videos. Oh, I took some pictures of at the lake. What the heck? I don't even always use... I've never opened a photo on this computer, I guess. I don't use this computer except for games. See, that's our lake. It's so beautiful. Oh, wait, can I just do it like this? Oh, yeah, I can do it like this. Ha ha ha. I'm a pro. That is our, right now we have a tent right next to our welcome center. That tent, there's people working in there, so I didn't want to film them, but our tent is actually, right, that tent is slightly longer than our welcome center, and it fits 400 people. So we actually have a, we're going to have the biggest event we've had in October, mid-October. There's supposed to be about 400 people. And that's why I want to have that event first before I try to meet with Romans or anybody to see if this would be a good place to have a regional event for Reach, because I want to see, like, kind of use it as a test dummy and give feedback of like, okay, this is what we can realistically offer. This is what we tried to do. This is what worked, what didn't work. Or this is what we could do differently if we wanted to do Reach. So yeah, that's the big tent. If we want, like, you know, 400 people can be in there together, because I don't think we have any spaces that would fit 400 people on their own. So yeah, basically I just drive and kind of just hold the camera like this, and I'm not looking through the lens thing because I'm looking at where I'm going. So you're going to get what you get. But yeah, as you can see, like, it's a shame that it's foggy because, let me get rid of my head real quick. Because where it's foggy right there, that's still mountainscape. But the fog kind of goes into it. But yeah, we're in a very mountainous area. Yeah, Shino. Yeah, Shino's been living and working here. I was saying the lipstick, but oh. Fred, I wouldn't have thrown it out if you sent it to me. I'd be like, my bestie. I miss my church conferences using a big tent. Yeah, something's nice about a tent too. And like, that might be a nice way if we wanted to do worship together as Reach in a tent. That would be better anyways, because this property is owned by the Episcopal Church. And I know some people are sometimes just weird about going to like buildings that aren't a part of their denomination. I don't know why, but they just are. So that right there is, that building out there is where nuns. So that is, there's a group of nuns in a convent right there that we have a relationship with, and they're actually landlocked within our land, and we might own that. I don't think that's secret. I think I can tell you. We might buy that, but they're selling it for like $1 million or something like that. A little over $1 million, I think. So we don't really have that much money, but I think we might try to raise for it, because we don't really want anyone else to build on our land or another church to own it, because it's our property, like it's within our property. And when the convent moved onto our site, we made a deal with them that they'd have to always offer us the bid first. So whatever they get offered, if we offer more, they have to sell it to us. So we just have to figure out how to get more. If anyone wants to donate to my diocese. So yeah, there's like we have little areas, random places where you can build little campfires with benches, a nice little seating area. Yeah, it's an odd situation, but we have a really good relationship right now, and they allow us to, when we have large groups, like for the big convention we're having next month, and for other retreats too, like we have a large women's retreat where like 200 people stay on site and stuff. They allow us to use their rooms because they have guest rooms, so they allow our guests to go stay with them. They're very nice. You've never met them before? Oh, they're very lovely. They come around our property all the time because they have a map and they've marked out where all of the wild berries grow that are edible, and they go and forage them. You heard it again. Fred. Everybody knows we're actually friends. You're one of my besties. Besties for the resties. Now we're heading down towards our healing center and our pond, but you don't really get to see it because I'm focusing on driving. So I'm just literally holding it. There we go. So right now the pond kind of has a lot of green in it. I think because of all of like the rain and stuff, but they have a whole filtration system that really worked this summer, and it was clear for like the center I'm going to show you later what it looks like inside that building. This pond is actually where my husband and I had a lot of our wedding photos taken. It's really scenic and beautiful. There was a guy that works for us there, Dave, and I feel like he's not an online person, so I didn't want to film him. I'm just respecting his privacy. So that building right there is also where people can stay. This building we allow, that's the library. I'm going to show you inside of that. This building I'm not going to go inside. It's locked up. People can rent it. There's 2 different little apartment things in here. And this is where people who have pets can stay. Hi Cherish, how are you? I'm touring my camp and conference center that I work at. It's 600 acres. We don't go through all of it because most of the acreage is, most of it is like woods, forest. They have different marshlands and stuff. But yeah, I do bring you down to the lake and everything. I showed you that was the pond that we saw, but we have a lake. So that is an actual road. But those properties across the road are also ours. That big greenhouse we were offered to live in, but my husband and I decided to live off site. So no, I don't live there. You can't come find me, okay? Yeah, so that greenhouse is ours, and across the road is our bishop's office. I don't think I showed that building, and a couple other residential buildings because a lot of our staff live on site. Like somebody just moved in this week from Colorado that moved to work for us. So. Dang. I guess I can't auto do. What did I just show you? This one, right? I think I have to show you this one now. Such beautiful land. Yeah, we have a lot of willows. They're a pain to upkeep, but they are beautiful. And so my husband and I took a lot of our photos in front of the willows and the pond, and there's a cute little bridge area and the stone-worked gazebo pavilion thing. And then also when I was pregnant for the first time, I took my pregnancy photos by those willows too. I love willows. I grew up with a willow tree in my yard, but eventually it fell down. I don't even know what I'm showing you right now. Okay, this is the road. This right now isn't our road yet, but this road eventually turns into our road. A lot of people just cut through, use it, but it's actually technically our road. Right there. So, you can't see that. There's like a point where it stops being paved and it's dirt. That's our back road. Now you can tell this is our road. And so the houses on this property are also residential staff. So if we were to go straight, I'm pointing, if we were going to go straight down that way over there, you would go past like our director's house and one of our IT guy, and then it's also the way to our lake. But I'm going to bring us left, which brings you the back way into our property, which we usually have locked. So like usually this gate is locked, and then we have another gate that's locked, and we also have cameras everywhere. So I love you too, Dino. Hi, and welcome back, Zay. We're doing the camp tour. My grandma had willow tree when we lived in California. The switches were so strong you could swing on them. Yeah, they are. They're intense. Have you ever been whipped by one? Not good. So the field to the right is where we used to do archery, but we moved the range somewhere else. We are talking about maybe working with the town to offer some soccer pitches for them because they need some more places to have some soccer fields. So I think we might that might be developed. And the only caveat they said is like they want to pay to like put it there and everything. The only thing they said is like that the town then would have priority. Like we could use it for guests and for camp and stuff, but if the town was going to do something like sports teams or little clubs, that they would have priority. So this right here is the archery range. We've installed cameras there now because we did have grand larceny. That was not good. They cut the lock and stole all our crossbows and slingshots and some of our recurve. So yeah, this is our archery. As you can see, the targets are put away, but we have recurve, we have compound bows, and we have axe throwing there and slingshots. So that would be one of the things I think would be cool to do if we did a reach camp. Oh, Dino, you're leaving? Bye. Your PC has an update, by the way. I know, I see that. Thank you. Oh, you got a Supergirl skin? Let's go. Yeah, I know you did. I know you didn't mean it that way, but it is true. That's what kids do with them. So this is like the range where like that stuff where you can't see. There's like a little opening underneath my head. Where Sketch's the heart is dangling off of Sketch's. Oh no, that's Zay's comment about Sketch where that heart's dangling. There's a little opening there. And then we have like a little thing set up holding pots and pans and stuff for our slingshots, and we do our slingshots like more into the woods there. But yeah. And pretty soon this road turns paved again, but I think where that little fencing is, it's technically another entrance to the trails. I've never actually used that. I'm not even holding the camera. I was just resting on the front. Yeah, it is big. So this is a lodge. This is when we had our daycare, we did it out of this building. It was a really cool building for a daycare. I do give a tour of it inside this building too. But right now we used it for a cabin this summer. But yeah, so it can take there's 2 cabins in each building and you can take 16 people in a cabin. So each building takes a little over 30 people and there's 4 youth lodges. The staff lodge, let's go back. So on all the youth lodges are on that same side of the road, and then I briefly show to the right. I don't go into the staff lodge. It's across the road. It's that building right there. It's a little bit even nicer than the other ones. They have private rooms. So instead of having one cabin on each side and a common room in the front that our youth lodges have, the staff lodge has a larger common room with a more extensive kitchen area, and each side has private rooms. So that's where our staff side. I didn't do a tour of that space because right now Shino and another person are living there. So I wanted to respect their privacy. But those are some more youth lodges. I do go in and show you what the youth lodges look like. You have a very good Christian playlist. I can send it to you if you want. Maybe you can use it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Go ahead and send it. Out there, you can't really tell. In that pile of woods, there is low ropes course. So it's like team building. People lost interest in the low ropes course. So we revamped it for a little bit to be a ninja warrior course where we timed them to see how long it took to get through. That is arts and crafts. We also just went by a basketball court. That is our canteen where everyone lines up to get their snack. That is our day camp tent. All the benches are put away, but that building is our infirmary, so like our health office and everything, and some other rooms like culinary and year-round storage, and my stream room was in there. The big tent is like where people can go if it briefly starts to rain and you're at day camp. That right there is the starting point of our disc golf course. You don't see a basket, but you see the benches there, and there's a little pad. That's where people first throw from. We have a really good disc golf course. If you're into disc golf, we're on UDisc, and we also host large tournaments. There's a city nearby called Saratoga, and they have disc golf, but you have to pay to use the park and everything that it's at. But ours is completely free, so guests can just come and play disc golf. We have a front 9 and a back 9. The front 9 is through like the conference end that we're kind of driving through. The back 9 is actually in the woods, so it's a little bit more challenging. We built this like during COVID, so it got really like people. Today it was raining and yesterday it was raining, but usually there's always people on the course. So even though it doesn't generate money, it gets a lot of people on the site, and it's a good ministry. Underneath my head is some of the playground for the day camp program, and then we're going to go by the pavilion. I don't walk around the pavilion because it's kind of sad when it's not set up. It doesn't look as cool. In the summer, we have like really cool lighting, and we build like a backstage, like a stage presence thing, and we decorate it for the theme. So but that's pavilions where we do like our worship and Christian ed and all of that every day. And in there's our mural from every summer camp year since starting at 2005. The oldest campers, the teens, make a mural based on the theme of the summer, and it gets hung in there for all of time, and it's kind of like the way they leave their mark. These are like our sports fields, so there's a volleyball net there. There's lots of field to do stuff, like we do our bubble balls out in the field. We do archery tag. That's a baseball diamond. There's soccer goals. Now we're looping back. So this is the King's Inn again. That inn I was talking about that has like 30 rooms or whatever. There you go. The garbage truck is collecting our trash. So wonderful. There's the welcome center. It's all blurred out, but we're looping back to where we started. Okay. And then let's see if I can, no. So, yeah, garbage services. So we drive this way again, but I think I go a different way. Or maybe this is when I start going in the buildings. This might be actually today's footage when I go in the buildings. Today it was like downpouring. It was crazy. Okay, so yeah, this is what we call the Great Hall. It's got a chapel in it called St. Michael's Chapel. It's got, I guess we don't go in it right now. It's got a Great Hall, which is a banquet hall. And then it also has like this little space in between called the narthex. Yeah, it's cool, right? Guys, come visit me at my Jesus camp. Come to Reach Camp where gamers touch grass. Okay, so I'm taking you this way. This is the way loops to camp. Okay, so those 3 poles, those 3 telephone poles right in the middle of the screen, that's a giant swing. So what happens is person gets harnessed in, and then people teamwork pull you up. They hold onto a rope and they pull you up. And the more they pull you, the more you go up the pole. Okay, and they keep going until you yell stop. So everything's challenged by choice. You get to decide how high you go. Once you yell stop, you can go nearly all the way to the top of that pole. You have control over yourself the whole time. Okay, so there's a rope you pull, and it pulls a pin. And when you pull that pin out, it releases you and you swing. So you swing all the way from that pole all the way over there, the furthest pole in the middle. And you swing in between the other 2 poles. So, and they're like telephone pole size. So it's very high. If you go all the way to the top, you don't feel your harness for a little bit until your weight hits. So you kind of just feel like you're free falling for a little bit. And then the swing is underrated. It's the best thing. People come for the zip line, but the swing is the best thing. And when you experience it, you know. So we have 9 Square set up right there. Usually it's down more by camp, but we had a school field trip. Sometimes we host field trips, my husband and I, so we try to bring some stuff, and Shino helped with that too. So we try to bring some stuff that they can do when they're not with the facilitator. So we moved our Gaga ball pit, our 9 Square. We also had axe throwing, which was facilitated, and archery tag, which was also facilitated. Archery tag is like kind of like paintball in the way that you're firing at each other. You wear protective face gear, but the bow and arrow, the arrow has a big foam thing at the end, and it's built to like, it doesn't have as much poundage on it, so it doesn't fire as hard. And we have blow up inflatables like in laser tag or whatever, and you are like hide behind them, and you can do elimination or different types of games with them. But that's what archery tag is. Okay, so those other poles are like single elements. There's a platform that you can't see there's a little platform on top of one, so you climb up, and it's called the leap of faith, and you have to jump out and try to hit this rope that's dangling. There's some one-person elements like walking across the beam, and there's also one where you're like on a cable and you're going across and you're holding onto a rope. There's also a two-sided rock wall and a giant's ladder. The giant's ladder is really cool. It's these different wooden rungs, and you go 2 people at a time. And what happens is as you get higher up, the rungs get further apart. So eventually you have to start helping each other to get up to the top. And then you get to celebrate when you get up to the top and say, woo, we used teamwork. That was so fun. Yeah, so that's the high ropes area. Oh yeah, you can see that's our little tabletop axe throwing that we bring down for here. Our big axe throwing faces are down at the archery, but we have ones that are more mobile that we bring around to different areas when there's a group, or we've also brought axe throwing so part of my job is not just at this facility. Like I said, it's paid and funded by a diocese. So a diocese is just a jurisdiction that's under a bishop. So we have about a little over 100 churches in our diocese. So my husband and I run the youth ministry for the diocese. That also means serving those churches. So sometimes they have events or something like that, and we want to go do something special. So that's why we have those mobile axe throwing. We can bring it to them. We've also been hired out a couple times for birthday parties where they want us to bring things to them. This tower is the zip line tower. That platform right there is where you start. It's 1,000 foot long, which is pretty long for a zip line. And it goes over a gorge, so it feels like you go really high. So as you can see, this platform is built on a hill. So once you go off, the hill's going down, but you're still staying up, and eventually it goes over a gorge too, so you feel really, really high. Super fun. Yeah, I try to show the length of it where it goes. Okay. I don't know if you can see. Oh, you can't because my head's in the way. Okay, so where my mouse is, over there, where this ledge is right here, that's where people stand to catch you. So it runs all the way over there. So 1,000 foot. It's a nice long ride. You don't do heights, but you're in construction. Tabletop axe throwing. Do you roll a d20 for strength? I mean, you could. Okay, and now we keep going. That's where we just looked at where the old low ropes was. We moved it over there. You can't really see it, but there's another little location to do a campfire. And we're going to go to the left is the start of our trailhead, but I think I forget to show you, and I definitely don't walk down it because our trails are miles and miles long, and they go all the way down to our lake. Okay, yeah, so like through the woods that way is our trails. I don't really show you, I guess. Look at these trees, guys. We got beautiful trees. I know, but I don't leave the ground unless you fall. The person who worked at my house, they didn't happen on my house. They were also my priest at the time. When they were working on a 3-story house, they fell off the roof. It was crazy. Like God saved them for real. They fell off the roof. So then it loops back to this place. It's nice to see your trees don't look too different from ours. Look, guys, there's porta potties. I don't really do roofing, etc. I'm more of a mason. Natural stone walls, patios, walkways, custom pools. Oh! Wait till you see. You'll like our library, I think. I'll post up some 30-second instant videos in this. Yeah, do it. That big gate gets closed in the summer or when we have guest groups. So it becomes pedestrianized so that cars can't drive through. Like if we have guests staying in the youth area. It's got loads of cameras, but we'll also gate both ends. Just enjoy the view, you guys. We're going past archery again. Let's go. There it is. So look, so beautiful. I was almost in upstate today randomly. Aw, you could have said hi to my work stream. I think right now I'm taking you guys to the lake. So enjoy. Oh, pony time. You guys, there's a pony in the chat and nobody even tried. You guys didn't even try to get the pony. That's wild. That's the wild part. That's the most wild part. I can't pre-leave in you. Did you guys even try? I didn't try. I didn't notice. Dang, I missed Pony Thaw. I know, I did too. Okay, so this is the way to the lake that I was talking about. That house you can see right there. That's one of our IT/facility people live with their dog and their mom. Hi, Armani. How does catching it work? Did you do !Poke Start yet? Do you have a Poke Pass? I learned today that I have over $1 million on Pokemon. I was showing somebody else how they could check something. Yeah, I have over $1 million on Pokemon game. Right? Yeah. I should start spending some money on it, I guess. The house on the right we're gonna go by is our director's house. We also, this little barn thing is where we keep bees. We have bees, and the place that makes the honey, we sell their honey in our gift shop as well. So if you have allergies and you need some local honey and you live locally to me, you can get some there. But it's good honey products. You try to see sketches? Wow. All right, this is our way down to the lake. The lake road is bad, but this is usually gated and locked. We don't leave it open to the public. We're trying to work on ways that we could offer swim at your own risk. There's a lot of rules in New York. The camp, when we have guests, we like for our programmed events, we have our own lifeguards and stuff. So you do !Poke Catch. And to buy Pokeballs, you do !Poke Shop, space Pokeball, and then the number of Pokeballs you want. Okay, so right there, you can stay in that lean-to there. I've done that before, and there's a little campfire and stuff there, and sometimes there's like picnic tables, and there's a little dock too. It's a nice cute place to stay if you like, lean-tos. It's opened, but some people bring tents. We used to do camping at camp there for our day campers, and we'd do tents there. And then we keep on going downtown. Wow. Even though it was rainy and gloomy, the trees, the colors of the trees and stuff look nice. It looks nice. Wait till you see the library. You guys are going to love the library. The library, so there's the lake. So I can't remember how many acres it is. So the guy who originally owned this property's been redeemed. The original owner of this property was in like mafia stuff. So what happened was we have a helicopter pad. You'll notice that we have gazebos at the highest points of all of the property. And he had an oxen farm, something like that. But that was kind of he actually had one, but that wasn't the main thing he was doing. We have some soccer goals here for kids when they're at the lake if they want to play soccer and stuff. The main thing he was doing was bringing in weapons that he shouldn't have, and he was hired by the government to do it. But the thing is that he was playing double-sided, so he was also bringing in weapons for bad guys. And the government obviously couldn't get him on that because they were doing bad stuff. So they got him on tax evasion. And when they came to the property, he had a bunch of workers that lived on site, like maids and stuff, housekeepers, and they didn't know where he went and said like he left on his helicopter pad, blah, 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 blah. And so they went in the library, which I'll show you, and I show you where this is. There is a false wall. It's more obvious that it's false now because they took off one of the seams that was hiding that it was a false wall. Well, they opened that, and there was a safe, and they blew it open, but it was empty. But anyways, he went to prison for tax evasion, and then after we bought it and we're using it as a Christian facility, he came to visit, and the director gave him a tour. The thing about the library where the safe is, the library is really beautiful. It's a theological library now, but originally it was the guy's house. So, it's not built very practical. We've done a lot of work to it. It was like he built a fantasy home without knowing how to build things. So, legend. Hi, Michael. It's good to see you. Yeah, it's more fall here. All the trees around me are evergreen, it feels like. Oh, well, it's upstate New York. But how are you, Michael? It's good to see you. We don't always get to see you at a night stream. Look at you. Yeah, classic armed dealer stuff. Yeah, so God can redeem all things. And it means that we got a pretty good price on the property. Craig, I live in England. Hey, my husband's from England. Did you know that? You probably didn't know that with me. We just met today, I think. Earlier in my work stream. When I tried a college course, we went to a power station in Wales. Hey, one of my workers, my camp workers, he's not coming back this year. If she knows in the chat, I don't think he's in the chat anymore, but he's really close with them. One of my workers is from Wales. He's been coming to us for 3 years. You did indoor wall climbing. We were told that this center had the highest wall in the UK, and the group chose me to... Wow. Did you like it? Hey, maybe you should, if you're young enough, maybe you should apply and work my Jesus camp. I hire people from Wales. I offered somebody a job today. I think they're from England. Oh, yeah, I think they're from England. You're from England. That's true. You're not from Wales. You just went there. Yeah, so that's it. Those are our, you can go canoeing. This vegetation isn't where the lake ends. It's a little island that built in the middle of the lake. Yeah, so it starts over there. That's a little swim area. Those are the canoes. That shed is where we put the vests in the on season. And the lake goes all the way back there. It's pretty big. Yep. You'll be groundskeeper. We have a zero turn. Do you want to know what's crazy? We have one guy who mows the lawn. He works every single day because he loves it. He works every single day. All of us work all the time. I don't know if you've noticed from my work streams. So before I had kids taught me to have really good boundaries. Before my husband and I had kids, we just worked every single minute, every single day. 7 days a week. We just worked every day. We got home at like 10:30 because we did like youth groups every single night for different churches and stuff. But having kids created boundaries for me because I have to be home to put them to bed, right? And so then when I'm home for the night. But then that wasn't enough for me, so I started an online ministry at night. You guys. So I guess not too healthy of work boundaries. I just like it. I just enjoy ministry. I just enjoy talking about Jesus and stuff, I like it. God's put it on my heart. So I just do it. Doesn't mean I'm not tired. Doesn't mean it's not hard. Just I feel fulfilled, and I feel bad if I don't. Look at all this. Look at all this of the lake. Somebody likes the lake. It might be pre. Okay, I think we leave now. Wait, is it frozen? Oh, okay. Just wasn't moving. You like the pier? Yeah. Give me your old zero turn. Yeah, so we have this guy who's really great. Is one guy that mows all of the property. And so what he does, I think he considers the morning as his clocked in time because he does he checks all the buildings every day. So he'll like do essential trash and stuff. And then he'll do like the mowing ground stuff. And then I think he goes home for lunch. And when he comes back in the afternoon, he has his dogs. I think when he comes back with his dog pack, he technically doesn't count that him as working, but he's definitely working. Like he patrols the property and like gets rid of like maybe creatures and stuff that shouldn't be around with his dogs and stuff. But I don't think anybody could work here if you didn't love it, because it's a lot of work, but everyone who sticks around does it because they love it. So this is us leaving the lake. Yeah, I like to be productive. That's like even working at my desk job. I was like, this isn't productive enough. You know what I need to do? I need to stream while I'm just sitting here. Alright. You know what I used to do when I played Pokemon Go? I would set my Google Fit to bicycling while moving the lawn to hatch my eggs. Wow. That's really smart. I don't play Pokemon Go really anymore. And then my husband tried to get me to play Pokemon TCG. He's really, really into it. If you guys are into Pokemon TCG, he would brag to you right now that he just got Master Ball. I think it's Master Ball. What's the highest rank? I don't know. He just got Master Ball last night. I play it a little bit, but I keep forgetting to open cards, and then I feel like, well, now I'm so far behind, I'm not going to play this either. He really thought this one would be more for me. He told me it was less grindy than Pokemon Go, which after a few years I got tired. But I'll like do this thing where I won't, it's like Minecraft. I'll like not play it forever and ever, and then I'll like play it a lot for a whole week, and I'll be like, I'm done with that for 3 months. That's how I stopped playing Pokemon Go, missed my daily catch, and just kept missing it. Lol. We have a bunch of, on this property, because we have a bunch of youth that work for us every year, and once in a while there's a summer comes along and they're into Pokemon Go. They all get back into it together. We have a lot of Pokestops and gyms and everything on site, so. Because the disc golfers, too, I think they played it a lot during COVID. So, actually, the place, I'm not going to tell you where my apartment is on site when I do stay here. Even though there's literally a camera on the building and in the building. It's one of, well, actually, a lot of the buildings have them in the building. But it's, I think it's the only residential building that has, no, there might be some others, too. Anyways, it has a camera in the building. But it's right by a gym, so it can reach it from my bed. Not that, like, I don't feel nervous showing people where I work because literally people live here year round. Like, someone came in my chat today when I was working. They're like, are there people there with you? I was like, yeah, because, like, people live here. There's always people here. We all work all the time, and also most people live here. All right, I'm walking you to show you what the youth lodges look like. Okay, we're gonna get there. Here we go. We're going. I'm showing you look at that tree. We got that tree. Oh, I'm getting more bots in Kick. Hi, bots. Welcome into the stream. Enjoy my camp tour. Oh, that's where we do campfire. There's like it's like a circle of benches right here in this big flat area. That's where we do our campfire, and those around it are where all of the youth lodges are. Walking, walking, walking. Yeah, that's why I have to walk 5 to 10 miles at my desk job, because in the summer I'm gonna have to walk around camp. It's pedestrianized. So this is what the youth lodges are like. They all have a little common room like this where people can chill and hang out. I keep forgetting that I started putting the camera on manual focus because it was autofocusing constantly because of the rain and stuff. So it was a little laundry room because it was kind of getting crazy. So what's nice about, we say our camp is glamping because when people think summer camp, they think of like a little cabin with a squeaky door and the door doesn't close all the way. But our cabins have heat and air conditioning, and our bunks are really nice. A lot of people think of like the metal framed bunks, but so this building's a little different from the others because we reverted it to be a daycare, and then we changed it back to be cabins for sleeping. So this wall area is usually the counselor area, and the wall is usually twice as high. So in all of the other cabins, which I don't get to show you because they were locked, but the wall is all the way up, and this is like a bunk bed without a bottom for the counselor, so they can store all their stuff, and we have dressers and everything in there for them. And the campers aren't allowed past this wall, so they have their own little area. So 2 counselors are in each cabin. There's room for 2 of them, and they have their own little light up here that they can adjust if they're like reading or whatever. Their own little lighty light. And the bathrooms are also built in. So the showers and bathrooms, you don't have to go to like a latrine place. The bathrooms are right in there. Because we do year-round retreats and stuff, Sketch. So that's why. But this is mostly just used for youth groups or young adult. Like if Reach came to... There I am. If Reach came to my camp, I'm sure we could still, I'm sure that we'd get lots of people that would take accommodation. And imagine a bunch of Twitch people staying in a cabin together. No one would have a problem with it, except for if you're married or something. People would absolutely love it, I think. So, yeah. And it's a more cost efficient because it's cheaper to stay in here because you stay all together. See, yep. Yeah, the bunkhouses are our least expensive accommodation for guests for probably obvious reasons because you have to like, it's communal living. But anyways, super fun. Yeah, and then we could end every night with a campfire out there, big campfire. And we also have portable pits. Like we could also put pits around outside of the lodges as well. So if you wanted to be not where it's like the huge group is. And then, oh, I'm walking. I'll show you the leaves on the ground. Look at these leaves on the ground, guys. That's literally all that was, I guess. I was just showing you the leaves. Okay, yeah, so like, that's not zoomed. Anyways, this pole right here is showing, there's random poles around, and that's where the cameras are, so. And they all get accessed by app. So all of the employees have access to see all the cameras. Like there's a camera on this part right here. Anyways, we're going down. There's a back road that goes to behind all the lodges so that you can drive right to the lodge to bring your stuff in. There's a little path to the right here. I don't know if I show it, but it brings you to the outdoor chapel, which I will show as well. I show the outdoor chapel in this little tour we're doing. So now you guys know when I'm saying I'm at my Jesus camp, yeah, that was the path to the outdoor chapel. When I'm saying I'm at my Jesus camp, this is where I am. This is what I'm doing. This is why I can't stream. Because we have really good Wi-Fi, but the Wi-Fi is not, because it's on repeaters, it's really good Wi-Fi, but it's on repeaters. So when you travel in between buildings, it disconnects and connects, disconnects and connects. So when I'm traveling around camp, I've tried it before. When I'm traveling around camp, I don't stay live. Like if I try to go live, I don't stay live. Okay, done spamming your disco. What do you mean spamming my disco? Did you spam my disco? Oh, my Discord. Okay, I'll pull that up. Sorry. I'll pull it up after I do the tour. We'll look at your things on stream if you're okay with that. Like disco, what are you talking about? This is me trying to get in, and then I realize it's locked. But all of the lodges are pretty identical, except for the one I showed you only had half walls for the counselor area. So yeah, this is me trying to get in and be like, oh, can't show you guys, but it's okay because they're mostly all identical. That's my favorite lodge though, because that was the lodge in 2009 when my first time being a counselor here. That was the cabin I was assigned, and that was the cabin that I always worked in when I was a counselor. And being a counselor was my absolute favorite role at the camp. I wish I could go back to be a counselor. I loved it. I never complained about it. I never hated it. I never dreaded it. I never got tired of it. But eventually, sometimes God calls you into something different, even though you like where you are. And you have to grow and do different things. Yeah, I was a counselor. In 2009, back in my day. I think maybe I do get in this one. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so this is set up a little bit differently. It doesn't have all the furniture and stuff because we used it for something. But all of them have collages of old pictures. There I am when I was a counselor. That's me in 2009. That's me in 2009. Look at that face. I'm mid singing a song. You don't have to grow, but it's a great idea to do so. Yeah, that's me. I tie-dyed that sweater myself. And that's my Spider-Man watch. I had a Spider-Man watch. I told you I loved Spider-Man, and I made handshakes with people. This is my Spider-Man handshake. Guess your age in 2009. I don't know. Are you like 12? I don't know. Yeah, and there I am too. Oh wait, it's kind of blurry. I have a goatee. I'm this one that you can't see right now, but I have a goatee painted on. There we go. Oh. Wait. There I am. This kid, they did dress the counselor, and I can show these people because they're not kids anymore. Okay. They also signed a release, everybody who goes to camp, that you can advertise camp. But anyways, this kid who's not a kid anymore, he's like, he's in a full adult, probably like 26 or something right now. They did dress the counselor, and they dressed me, whatever. They like made my hair all wet and swirled it, and they put like a garbage bag around me with like this weird scarf and stuff, and they drew a poop mustache on me. It was like a brown mustache, and they purposely made it look like a turd. And then they make you stand in front of everybody, and they're supposed to announce that you bring up your counselor, and there's like other people in like cute tutus and like all this cool stuff, butterfly wings. I go up there, and they didn't tell me what my name was going to be yet. You were 9, Zay. I'm so old. Stop. Oh my gosh. You were half my age. You know, when I was 12, I told my nephew that. He's like, we're going to always be friends. I was 12. He was 6. And I was like, no, buddy, because like when I'm 40, you're only going to be 20. I thought you always stay half the age. Anyways. Anyway, I go up front, and they're like, who's Kate? I'm Kate, by the way. My name's actually Kate, you guys. And they're like, so what's Kate? Tell us about your counselor. What is she? And they're like, oh, she's garbage. And they're like, okay, well, why did you name her garbage? Because she looks like garbage. Anyways, when he got older into high school years of the camp, he did apologize later in life, okay? 2000 baby? You were a 2000 baby? Wow, I can't imagine. I was born in the 1900s, so I'm a little old. Can we still be friends or no? Am I too old? Oh, there I am too. Looking tired. That was probably week 8. Look at that frizz as well. Wild. Absolute wild time. You're 25 right now? That's crazy. You're younger than my nephew. I swear, I think my nephew's 26. This is like what a schedule looks like, you guys. This was, for our elementary week, we did dinosaur theme. This is old. Was this weird? No, it was dinosaur theme. Yeah. So, like, Christian Ed, 9:15 to 10:15. We can't see the night activities. But anyways, we did a game called Escape the Park, swim test, scavenger hunt, hiking and snacking, tennis, ropes, arts and crafts, theater, archery, martial arts, culinary, photography, archery, parachute, campfire. Oh, this is a day camp schedule. That's why it doesn't have the night stuff. Yeah, every Thursday nights, talent show. Every Wednesdays, campfire. Monday, Tuesday are like games. But it's just a sample. We have more than like 50 activities, so they don't happen every week. I try to make games up. I make games up based on the theme. You know? Yeah. Married at 22. I got married at, what was I, 23? 23 or 24 or something like that. I was basically engaged, though, from 19. So my husband and I met at the camp. He asked me to date him when I was 19. And he asked me if I'd be his girlfriend. And I said, well, could you ever see us being married? Which is probably not normal or what you should advise people to say. But he said, yeah. So we were kind of like engaged from then, but not really. He did an official engagement the year before we got married, but we talked about marriage all the way through, and we had a plan for when we were going to move together, when we were going to start the visa process, when we were going to do all the things. I just cut right to the chase. Like, I don't see the point of dating you. It's not going to lead to marriage. You're from England. It's far away. I don't want to just date you for the summer. That's stupid. You think that's a wise question? Yeah, I mean, because some people will date. There's people who date with no intention of ever being married. You don't want to find out years in after you fell in love that they don't ever want to be married. I thought I was starting young, and I met a kid today who's 18 and built houses, started his own biz at 16. Oh yeah, that's true. You also have like a super successful business. That's crazy. He's from upstate, lol. He looked 25, 30, easy. I was shook. Like a legit successful biz at 18. Never went to school. Wow. Yeah, just dating to interact with people. Yeah. Yeah, basically, people just date to have the title to feel better about doing the things they do. There I am. Looking so cool. Look at that cool. Look at her. Why do they pick such unflattering pictures? I was obviously about to say something, or I had something in my mouth. Like I'm like chewing something on the side of my mouth. And my friend Shannon, look at her. She's mid-eating an apple. Why did they pick that? That's Danny's flag. It's actually behind me, but you can't see it because my Pokemon stuff took over. But that English flag is... Wait, that's not English. Never mind, that's not Danny's flag. That's Northern Ireland. I lied. Don't tell anyone I said that. I'm embarrassed. I didn't say that. I did not say that. Don't say anything. That was my friend Peter's flag. Oh, wait! Wait, I didn't realize that picture was there. Oh, gosh. Wait. Okay. Oh, it's so fast. How do I get to it? Oh, okay, wait. I almost had it. Wait. I have to show you this picture. No! Oh my gosh, no. If I say to go, it's gonna... You can hardly see it. This is me. I have a big black bow in my hair. And listen, what happened was I didn't feel good. But you can't not feel good. Well, you can now. But when I was counselor, you can't not feel good. We actually didn't get any time off. Camp started Sunday, middle of the day Sunday. But everybody had to go to church on site Sunday morning. So really, technically, the workday started Sunday morning. You had to go to breakfast, and then you had to go to church together, and then you had to have the meeting together, and then kids started arriving right away. And they didn't leave until Saturday. Saturday dinner. And you couldn't have time off until your cabins were all cleaned and checked. So we had dinner, and then we had a meeting, and then we cleaned the cabin, so... They got checked at like 10 p.m. So then we were off until breakfast Sunday morning. That was our time off every week. And I got run down and I got a little sicky. So, but I wanted to still be a good vibe and not make people sick. Basically, I was COVID conscientious before COVID was a thing. I covered up my mouth and everything before people were even doing it. So I like put a bunch of like paper towel there, and I put this big scarf around me a bunch of times because I also had like chills even though it was like 80 degrees out, and I put a big bow in my hair because I still wanted to be cute, and I put a cape on just to make it more fun for the campers. And I was like pretending I was sick, but it was a cover up because I was actually sick. I wanted them to think I was pretending I was sick, but I actually was sick. So anyways, yeah. Oh wait, if you have VLC, you could go frame by frame. I don't have anything. You love the sunglasses? Thanks, Michael. Why are you unsubscribing? I don't know what I did. Because I'm old? Because I was COVID conscientious? There was a picture of me and I gave up on... Oh no, I come back to it. Dang it. Come on. It was like me actually trying, not being mid-conversation or eating something picture. That's Pri at 18. That's little baby Pri there. Little sicky Pri. Very blurry. There's me in a tie-dye. That we won that year. We were the narwhals and we won. Yeah. So crazy. A lot of these campers ended up working for camp and now are adults with kids. Cause I'm old. I'm old. corroding like a geezer. This year we redid this space to be like an indoor space if it rains. So we put all this stuff in here. You had a man bun at 18? Me too. Baby Pooey. Pri, you are so funny. You kind of remind me of how I was in high school, except extroverted. What, weird? Just a baby. Yeah. That's right. I think there was a picture of me here, and I don't know where it went. I think maybe a camper realized that it was the director and stole it or to be funny or something. These are pictures from the old camp, because we had a campus. Listen, I'm not that old. Okay? This place started in 2005 here. I was a high schooler. I came as a camper. But the property used, the ministry used to be somewhere else prior to 2005 before we bought it here. Yeah, we got a little Lego, big bin of Lego sets. People can build things, get their build on. My wife loves to remind me as my mother-in-law watching my 15-year-old YouTube videos. Yeah, we're supposed to watch my 18-year-old YouTube videos. We're going to be doing that because it was unlocked. But it's supposed to be tomorrow, but it's my D&D, so we'll have to do it another time. But I'll find a juicy, embarrassing video. My videos are so embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was a YouTuber. I was partnered with YouTube before Google owned it. I had was getting paid directly by YouTube before they got bought out. But once I got married, I quit vlogging immediately. Let's go. I pulled. May the force be with you. Seth, thank you so much for the raid. How are you? Welcome in, everybody. How is Seth's stream? Today we reached 2K followers, but we are doing this was unlocked in the Pony Support series where I do a tour of my camp. So that's what we're doing. But how was your stream? Thank you so much for choosing my community. I appreciate you. You could chose anyone, and you did come here, and you come here quite a bit. So that was very kind of you. Dang it. I'm so blurry still. Does that help? Gosh. It's because I'm old, Zay. Zay's not going to be my friend anymore because I'm old. He's younger than my nephew. Bro. It's going great. We just wrapped up some Star Wars, The Old Republic. Nice. Nice. We like Star Wars. Hey, if you like Star Wars, you should come to Reach because there's going to be a 40-person choreographed lightsaber battle, and the choreographer is an actual Hollywood fight scene choreographer, and he's bringing his own real lightsabers. Hollywood quality lightsabers. Come on, bro. Hitting people with those stun sticks in the game gives a satisfying thunk. Alright, I'm sweating. Hold on. I was down, but now I'm up. Okay. Actually, Zay has to be my friend because I'm his elder and he has to respect me. Okay, let's look at this. Look at this. Oh, look! I cleared up. That's perfect. But anybody that came in on the raid, hi, I'm Pri. This looks all messed up because it's not set up. It's off season. But we use it as like a playroom for the 5-year-old, 6-year-olds when it rains and they need to get some energy out. There's like the little stunt pole things. There's the bounce boards, flippy-doo. It's like a padded room. Just run around, be crazy. But yeah, my name's Pri. I am a family-friendly Jesus camp girl, and I'm actually showing my Jesus camp. So we block off. Okay, yeah. That's how big the counselor walls usually are. It's being blocked right now by a mattress so people don't go behind there. And these boxes are because they're redoing the heating system in here. So facilities left those there because they're doing a heat project. And we're storing extra mattresses there. We're not a cult. This part-time viewer watching a full-time streamer because I'm forced to be here. That's true. That's true. This is like just another little indoor space because we're trying to save up to build we're trying to raise funds. Actually, we have somebody who's going to try to write some grants with us, see if we can get... We still don't have the original plans for this camp. If you look at their original plans, it had a rec center, a rec hall, an indoor rec space. We still don't have that. We bought the property in 2005. We actually operated in 2005. And it is now 2025, 20 years, and we still don't have a indoor gym. So when it rains and stuff, my husband and I have to be very creative on what we can do so that programming is still fun. But we really want an indoor gym. So yeah, that's why we redid one of our cabins, unfortunately. So we sometimes have to turn kids away now. But we need somewhere where people could go and be safe. But also that infirmary I showed you that is like year-round storage. During the on-season, we set up a couple of the rooms so we can still do things like activities with the kids. So it'll have like a room for baking, a room for... there's a fashion. Fashion's one of our activities, things like that. So this is the day camp play area. Oop. And this is, my husband and I built this, mostly him. He got the schematics for it. We haven't completely finished it, but it does operate. We're going to get netting for the sides. We built it like halfway through the summer. And it's just like all that other little thing that people can play with, compete putting the most shots in. You know what I'm talking about, right? And then there's something we want to put as the bottom too to help the netting. We'll kind of like swoosh so that the ball just rolls back. But yeah, that's fun. A little fun thing we built. We also build like our own axe throw, like all the tabletop axe throwing, the big axe throwing things. We build all that ourselves. He gets like the design and stuff, and gets the lumber, and I just help hold things. That's our canteen where people line up for snack, but we run snack as like a free time, so everybody's playing everywhere from that blacktop where there was basketball and stuff to I don't think I showed you, we have we are 9 squares usually there, but we also have a human foosball and all the way to the playground, so they just freely play in that area and grab snack when they want. It's snack time. It's like an hour block of time. So this is the way. I don't think I showed you, right? Oh, okay, yeah. This is the way to our outdoor chapel. So it's just enough in the woods where it feels like you're surrounded by the woods, but it's just like a few, steps away from the openness of camp. You're not actually in the middle of the woods. You will not get mauled by a bear. You will be fine. The outdoor chapel, I think, is my favorite place on site, and this video doesn't do it justice. It's so beautiful. So this is where we end every night of camp. It's only at night, it's dark, and it's only lit by the torches here. There's torches up here, torches on the altar. And we do a couple acoustic songs, and then we say prayers, and we say goodnight to everybody. This bell is from the original property. Special bell. Yeah. And we let the kids lead the prayer service just to show that like anybody can lead prayer. You don't have to be a priest or a pastor or a deacon or like have any special title. Anybody has the right to talk to God. You can talk to God however you want. Prayer is just talking to God, and He knows what's on your heart. He knows the way you speak, so you don't have to use any special fancy language. Yeah. 9 square. It's like Foursquare. Have you ever played Foursquare? Let's start there. Hi, King. Thanks for coming in. Saying hi. Have a good shower. You think this is 5 hours from you? You could come visit. Craig, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. More sports field. Yeah, so that's the diamond, soccer. Oh, and this is me. I'm going to bring you in the Welcome Center. So this is the Welcome Center. This is the first place you should drive to if you're a guest and come in. I think I tried to show you that it's raining, but you can't really tell. But Okay, so 4 square is you bounce it in each other's square, right? And you have to hit it is when it bounces in. 9 square is like 4 square, but it's in the air. And it's like volleyball. So you set the ball through your square and it goes into somebody else's square, and they have to set it up through their square into somebody else's square. If you put it in a square that nobody's in, you're out, but there usually is 9 people. If you don't get it in a square, you're out. If you don't successfully set it out of your square, you're out. When you get out, it's just like 4 square where you go and line up until you rotate back in. And it rotates all the way to the middle, and you want to be the queen or king or whatever you want to be called in the middle of the game. 9 square. People love it. My husband and I just build it every year out of PVC pipe. So this is the welcome center. This is the main lobby. So this is my office is in this building. So if we have we're having a wedding there this weekend, we'll remove the furniture and we can put up high tops and stuff and do hors d'oeuvres and our little gift shops there. Yeah, we'll remove all the chairs or whatever the needs are if they want that, you know. They're actually getting married on site too. They're having an outdoor wedding with us. We have lots of chapels. As you saw, we have the outdoor chapel. We have an indoor chapel that I'm going to show you. But sometimes people choose to get married outside, which is beautiful too. And some people get married at our highest point gazebo, and that view is amazing. We do a sunrise hike. Our fall retreat that we're having next month, we do a sunrise hike. We do a polar dive one morning. So we jump into the lake and yeah, so I do all the designs that are on this screen. It rotates between my designs, but yeah. So I do the designs for all of our events and stuff. So another one of my titles is for this facility. I'm the director of advancement. So the overall look and feel, branding, not just with social posts and flyers, but also just like around the center, any signage, things like that is the website. That's supposed to be my responsibility. So this is the main dining hall. So there's 2 sides. So this right here opens up and it's more seating. And same on the other side. This is where my husband and I had our reception. This side also opens up. They're closed right now because on the other side of this wall while I was there, that's why I didn't want to turn on the lights and stuff. On the other side of the wall while I was there is a quilting group. They had the tables all set up and had all of their sewing machines set up. So they always rent that room and then they eat in this room. And on the other wall, there was a Bible study group happening. So that's why that one's closed. But normally it opens up and there's a lot more seating area. So this is set up right now for our weekly meals. We put coffee and stuff out here, but if we do a wedding or something like that, this comes away. The buffet line, this all rolls out because this area here, the wooden floor, is the dance floor of for a wedding. So, hi, Mr. Whittier. Howdy, pony. But yeah, every place has a beautiful view. So you saw there's a tennis court. You can eat outside on the porch. The porch wraps around the entire back. But yeah. This is the view. Hi, Mr. Whittier. We're doing the camp tour. Thank you. I'm glad you think it's pretty. So when I say I'm eating free lunch, that's where I'm eating it. That was another tent. That was another food tent off the other side where our campers in good weather where we eat for summer camp. And I'm just, I guess, just showing more. I think this is, now we're going to go inside. So beautiful, you guys. There's the convent again with the nuns. It's a great place to have lunch. There's lots of picnic tables around the site. It's really actually nice to eat just outside around the campus. So we're going to go in here. Again, I'm sad that it was so rainy, but it still looks pretty. Aw, thanks, Mr. Whittier. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I love it. This place is really important to me. So this is St. Michael's Chapel. It can be set up, with more chairs and stuff. It has a really good AV audio system. It has really good cameras mounted up here. If there's a speaker or something like that, we can remove the altar, we can remove the cross hanging up. For we host retreats that we try to make less denominational. We put a big backdrop wall up that we decorate based on the theme, and it kind of covers the seats and the hanging cross. I didn't turn the lights on and stuff, but yeah, it has cameras and stuff, a good recording system. There's a whole nest that I couldn't remember the combination to get up to, but there's a little room upstairs where you can access all the cameras. They have like 10 monitors and all these little, like my little Stream Deck, they have like huge ones that have like 50 different buttons you can click to do things. It's like really top of the line stuff. They've invested a lot of money into it. But yeah, all these camera lights and stuff can move, and they have these actual cameras mounted around, and so they can get different angles of the speaker and everything. Because there's another room here that has a bunch of TVs set up, that if you needed an overflow room, they could be live streaming it into that room as well, this main speaker. But also it can record it, so that if you had a retreat and you wanted to record your speaker, you could do that, and then you could have all the footage. So we record a different building that I'm going to show you, our weekly healing service. We record every healing service talk, and you can listen to that speaker. But yeah, it's cool. And when guest groups come, they can control the audios and stuff themselves if they'd like, if they don't want to pay to have someone in the nest, because they put the sound system by a web browser, and it's put on an iPad, so they can just easily toggle the volumes without messing with all of, like, in your actual closet with all of your actual cords and master volume controller and things. They can't do that. They are given an iPad that gives them just like simple things where they're not going to mess everything up, you know. If you're a sound person, then you understand. Yeah, so this is coming right out of, this is still part of that big building. This is called the Narthex. It can be set up with little round tables or whatever, or if you're having a little breakout session, like some retreats will have a main speaker, then they'll have different sessions that people sign up for based on topics they want to do. This is the Great Hall. This room also gets sometimes used for weddings as well. I think it can fit like 150 people on rounds if we set it all up with rounds. So that curtain opens up as well, and it's a bigger space, and I show you what that background looks like as well. But yeah, so these are the TVs that we have mounted, so you could display your PowerPoint or whatever, but you could also be live broadcasting from the other room, and the sound's attached to, like, the whole building. Sound can either be in sync or be playing separately. It can do its own thing. So this is like where the little this is just for this room specifically. It's not the nest I was talking about. But yeah, so that, see, like I said, here's a camera. One of the cameras, for example, all of the buildings have cameras like built into them too. So okay, good night, Michael. I didn't expect this tour to take so long. I'm so sorry. I hope some of you are enjoying it. Yeah, nice. Strangers not messing your sliders, because they literally will mess it up every single time. They will. Takes them 5 seconds to do something that will take you an hour to fix. And this is the back room area. Yeah. And what's this? Okay, I'm just showing you leaving. So there's a little room door. Oh, I guess it's that way. And that's what leads to the nest. It's you go in there, and then you go up some steps, and then you're in the nest. Let's see, I walk this way to show you. Okay, back here, this is a prayer wall. So it's stones, and people write prayers, and the prayer team, you write them anonymously, and the prayer team come eventually, and they collect them. We have a healing ministry team on site. They collect them, and they pray the prayers, and then they burn them. And the prayers lift up. That's actually St. Michael. It's a stained glass of St. Michael. Stomping on the devil. Looking great. This is a little prayer room, but also something about communion in here. The candles near it have to stay lit because it's like already blessed communion. That's what it is. Pre-blessed. It's been sanctified. There's a little garden, a memorial garden. People have paid to have their name put on a stone out here. That thing that wraps behind it. A little stone with their name on it or their loved one's name. Columbarium, something. Oh, it's just showing like example. Like, look, outside every dang window is beautiful. Every view is pretty. I don't know. Does that mean something to somebody? We can do a lot of hookups. We can handle a lot of musicians. We've had a lot of bands with a lot of pieces up there on that stage. I don't know what I was showing you, but look at that. A wall snake. That's so creative. Is prayer walls tradition or something? Like maybe evangelical, like. So now we're going to go down. I'm going to show you what is inside the healing center. What we call the healing center. I love that star. I love that star emote. I'm at church. We just have prayer box. Yeah, I have one of those at my church too. Prayer can happen any way. This is just a little, I don't even know what that is. It was like designed to be like some kind of walk around prayer garden. But it was made so long ago and it kind of got stopped being used. So I don't really know what it is anymore. This is like the little lobby area. Again, I didn't turn on the lights because, I don't know. Because I already felt like I'd walked around. It's 500 acres, guys. Or 600 acres. It's got a little kitchen area. I think I was trying to find a light because I was like, man, it looks really gloomy in here. Let me just turn on the light. Sometimes I use this building for like escape rooms for my youth programs. I've done adult groups in here too, escape rooms, because there's so many cool rooms that you can lock and make them figure out things before. This is one of our facilities team has random rooms they've taken over in a lot of the buildings because they have to do a lot of work. But they have amazing setups in all of them. So this is just one example. They just took over this closet and put in like 7 monitors and all these switches. And look, I think that's like 2 laptops or something. All these monitors. Why are they cooler than me in my setup? Why is their setup cooler than mine? Look, and there's another desk back here with like multiple monitors. It's kind of crazy. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Reeson. Elaine Light. You came into an ad? Oh, okay. I take it back. I don't say hi. Needs 5 more monitors? Look at those monitors. I brought you here today to show you footage of monitors. I hope you enjoy. I know this is, yeah, everybody who doesn't know, this is Corky Bug because she's doing the twin thing now. And this is her new identity. Accept it. Hi, Reeson. I see that you're new here. Also, welcome in. Welcome to the Pony Club. Thank you so much for following. You just became one of my little ponies. My name's Pri. I'm a family-friendly Jesus Camp girl. I'm actually touring everybody my Jesus Camp. We've been doing it for 2 hours because it's 600 acres. But hi, welcome in. Thank you so much for becoming a pony. Also, how'd you find us, Reeson? Is it Reeson? Reese? Rickon? Ricka? What do you want to be called? You're so far off of what? Why are they cooler than me? I feel that. We go to gaming PC for streaming church service. I know. Oh, and they have these little prayer rooms. That's what I'm showing you now. They have all these, because the healing service happens every week. And then after the healing service, some people just go to the service, like a regular service. But they have prayer teams that are trained and they offer prayer. At the end in these little rooms, or you can schedule an appointment at any time. And this used to be a prayer room, but I noticed when I was walking by that it looks like the facilities did something in it. I guess it's like store cool stuff in here room. I'm showing my camp. I'm giving a tour of my camp. We've been going for 2 hours though, so this is my camp where I work, my Jesus camp. Look, every view, look out any window at any time, even a rainy day like this when this was filmed, and it's pretty. It's just everywhere is beautiful. You guys, reach camp where gamers touch grass. It needs to happen. You need to come and retreat here. We have really good audio visual stuff. You saw the setups, and we have really good internet. And my IT guy loves, as you can tell, he loves this kind of stuff. He's a gamer himself. He would love to set up a LAN space. He already talked about it. It'd be no big deal, and he wants an excuse to pay for more internet anyway. He always wants to upgrade. So and it'd be so good to actually have things that you were just outside touching some grass together, you guys. Axe throwing, high ropes, 1,000-foot zip line, archery, bubble ball, canoeing on our lake. Like, come on. Come to my Jesus camp. The outdoor chapel. Is that the type of guy you are, Flaring? Come. And then we're just walking back out. Oh, no, we're going to show you upstairs. I'm going to show you the actual, so this is another chapel. This is not as big. St. Michael's is our biggest option for church, chapel, whatever you want to call it. But this is our healing center chapel. It's a little more intimate. It's a great place if you're going to have a little breakout talk or a session, or maybe set it up as a Switch tournament room. I don't know. But yeah. Here's the little healing center chapel. I think it's really beautiful. I love the breakthrough cross of like showing that Jesus is not there. He has ascended. It's just really pretty. This is another prayer wall because we love a good prayer wall. It's more stone, and you put your little prayer in there, and the healing team says a prayer for you. They collect them eventually, pray for you. It's anonymous, and then they burn it, and no one will see it besides them and God. Looking outside again. I know, I love weeping willows too. I had a weeping willow, but you know what, as a homeowner, I don't know if I'd want to have a weeping willow here again, because I know that it was a pain in the butt. Like, those branches be falling all the time like crazy. As you can see, there's a lot of cameras in this building too. We have a service here weekly that gets recorded and has multiple cameras for different angles, and they edit the video and put it on YouTube, so you can go online and you can see a speaker every week hear a message from the service. All right, so that is our healing center building. We're getting close. I think I end with showing you the library, which is, again, the original mafia lord who owned this property before we bought it and redeemed it. The library was his actual home. It wasn't a library. Now it's a theological library. But it was his house, and in the back he had a pool that we've since filled in. I'm actually trying to get a pool on site. We don't have a pool. We just have our huge lake. But I keep contacting the Y in town, the YMCA, because they don't have a pool, and actually the whole town doesn't have a place to swim, because they used to have a swim area, but it was in the river, and the state closed it and said it's not safe. So I keep telling them, like, they should partner with us in building a pool, and, you know, we will allow their club members to have a key card and come use the pool whenever they'd like, but also our guests who stay on site would be allowed to use it, our paying guests, overnight guests, and also our camp would have a certain time block that they're allowed to use it just for the 8 weeks of summer camp. I think it's a really great idea, don't you? If it fixes the Y in my town doesn't have property, so they wouldn't even be able to build a pool. There's not enough room. The town itself doesn't have a pool. I think people would get memberships to the Y just to be able to use the pool. It's a win-win. Hey, you guys, yeah, Shino, he lives here. Not in this building, okay? Not in the building that I'm showing right now. You know a guy for what? Building a pool? Thank you for the lurk, Elaine. Okay, so this is like the little, we call it the cafe. It's a nice little place. When I do young adult groups, like Christmas, we bake cookies in here. Super fun. I'm trying to clean my lens because it was raining a lot. And then it's all blurry. And I didn't turn the lights on. Guys, catch the Palpitoad. A little fireplace. Because he put fireplaces everywhere in this building. Just fireplaces up everything. Yeah, let me build you guys a pool. I can stay on site till it's done in a cabin, lol. Okay, we'll talk. We'll DM. Oh, that's a little prayer room. And this is the other side of the fireplace. Yeah, this is a cute little prayer room. So there's this couple who love Christ the King, which is the name of the center. And they are kind of preparing for end of life. And it was advised to them that they don't leave money in a will. They were advised to spend the money now while they're alive, to donate to the things they would plan to leave to, so that they can enjoy it while they're alive. And so that's the caveat of when they give money now. It's and they're the only couple that does this. We don't have like like some places have endowments and stuff. We don't have that kind of thing. We need to work on that. But they so when they give, they say it has to be something that we can see. It can't go to a bottom line. It has to be something that we can see. And we have a new director who's doing a really great job. All of our directors have been great. But everybody has different strengths. And her strength, our current director, is she's very good with money and grant writing. And so every year I've worked at the center until she became the director, we were losing money. And we had to borrow money from, not my department. My department is always to the budget of what we say it's going to be, because my husband's really good at a budget. But the entire center had to keep borrowing money from our mother ministry. But since she's become director, every year we've been able to pay money back. So we're in a good position now. And I think that people will over time start to see that now when you give, it's not like to stay open, it's to actually do more ministry. So that's good. That's a little chapel, obviously. I think you saw it. Oh, this place also really cute. So things don't have to stay the way they are. So like if we had Reach, we could make this into whatever we want. It doesn't have to be a little chapel. But this area is so pretty with tables and everything, especially when it's nice out and not gloomy. This is such a beautiful area to have a baby shower. We have a lot of people book this space for baby showers. Or the library is a really great place for family reunions, because you're going to see all these spaces that there are, but there's also rooms in the library. So you can stay, like you could bring a bunch of people in and stay in the library as well. So if you came to Reach Camp, if it happens, you could also stay in the library. This beautiful building. But you probably can see like how it looks. It's built beautiful, but structurally questionable. They redid the entire porch. There was an issue. A part of the porch broke. It was kind of dramatic and awful. It took years and years. It actually took years. It actually took our new director to when they came in to have enough to fix it. Because what they realized is, these are some of the rooms. What they realized is when they went to go do work on it, they would like take something down because they're going to fix it and realize, wait, that's messed up. Take that down. Wait, that's messed up. Take that down. Wait, that's not good. So they pretty much had to like redo a lot. And we couldn't open the entire library without the porch because it was a necessary emergency exit. The basement of the library flooded today? I was in there. The basement of where flooded today? If I could come to Reach Camp, I'm throwing an axe and riding. If I come to Reach Camp, listen, message Romans, say, I saw Pre's camp. We need to go to Reach Camp. I need people to advocate besides me. Yeah, the library one. The rain was absolutely crazy today. It was so bad. My basement, my personal basement, is flooded right now. I came home and my husband's like, we need this rain to stop. I was like, the center needs this rain to stop. Water is going everywhere. I feel so bad for our facilities, guys. Like, always water where it shouldn't be. Those were all rooms you could stay in. And there's some rooms upstairs, too. We're going to go upstairs. Yeah. Just showing you some rain. Let it rain. Recent Ryson ever tell me how to say their name? And also, did they ever say how they found me? Or maybe they want to lurk. If you want to lurk, lurk in peace. Here's a room you could stay in when you build me my pool. Shino, he's probably joking, but Zay saying that he'll come and stay, that he will build a pool if he can stay while he builds it. It might, maybe it's strategy and it's gonna take him 5 years. Oh, Lee, kinda. It's kind of the end. We're looking at the library, Lee. But this will be a VOD. I don't know if it's gonna auto post, but it'll eventually be up if it's not auto posted right at the end of stream. And you can watch it after, Lee, if you want. But I'm pretty sure you've seen everything. Maybe you've not seen all of the library though, actually, because not all the youth get to see all this stuff. Oh, there you go, Zay. You can stay with Shino. Shino, you know how old Zay is? He's younger than Rem. He's younger than my nephew. And he's way more successful than me. Hey, look! Beautiful stonework. Party! Yeah, he's older than you. He's older than you, but younger than Rem. Yeah. Shino's a youngin'. Thank you, Sketch, for the hydrate. You guys, you thought that was all? That's not all. The library, we still have some places to see. This is only the first floor, and you haven't even seen all of it yet. I can show your higher-ups, and I've done 2 churches so far. I posted one of the churches I did my first year in biz. Okay, bet. You know, my director is pretty open to things. I think that's why she does a good job, too. And my bishop, too. My bishop's actually young for a bishop. He's like 40s, young 40s. I think young 40s, mid 40s, young 40s. But he games. He plays Fortnite with his boys. And he also supports my online stream, which is really cool. He actually, like, sometimes brags about it to people. Imagine, okay, ready? You staying at Pre's camp. You're staying at Pre's camp. You sit out here on the porch in the morning. There's going to be a cosplay later, but you don't have to worry about it right now. Right now, it's just you and your coffee in this view without the algae on the pond. You could even go over to the pond and do some fishing. You see books? Yeah, because it's a library now. It's a theological. You know what's crazy? We changed it, but for a long time it was double books. Like, you couldn't get that high. Everywhere where you see books, there was another bookcase to the ceiling. It was like this. The whole room. But our housekeeper was like, how am I gonna dust up there? But yeah, all of this, it was another stack of books around the whole place. I think he did have those ladder things, but they weren't safe, say. He, like, did it himself. Well, okay, you're going to see what I use the library for. You're going to see we use it for different things all the time, but you're going to see how the youth use these spaces, because I noticed something. Mr. Whittier, thank you for resubscribing. Let me get a sticker. You can pick a bean as well. You're going to see how the youth tend to use these kind of spaces. I was thinking maybe I should do a Pony Club merch with a horseshoe on it. For maybe it'd be a little bit more manly. If I did it like this, but it said Pony Club, like something like that. Like a logo like that would be cool. Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Did I cover my gem? Oh, no, I didn't. It's on this side. Yeah, that'd be cool. Spicy bean? Okay, you got it. Oh, yeah, it's got the spiral staircase, but I forgot to turn the light on, so I'm just in blackness going down a spiral staircase. So I was pretty afraid of death in this moment. What the heck did I do with my spicy bean? Oh, here they are. This is me looking for the light. So, So right now they're like getting ready for, we're having the biggest event we've ever had with 400 people. And I'm excited for the event because I want to see how it goes so I can give feedback to Romans about what we could do for Reach Camp if he's serious about taking me up on it. I'm very serious about it. I don't just like, I actually pursue crazy ideas even when they seem crazy. I've already talked to people at my work and they like want to do it. I've talked to my director about it. This is who you are. Mr. Whittier, you are Unicorn of Pestilence. So there's that. But anyways, a lot of things are in a lot of places all over the place at the center because they're like prepping to have these 400 people, and this will probably be used as like a there's not breakout sessions, but there's like, I'm training about Safe Church from one of them. There's like workshops. Yes, there's workshops. So I think a workshop's going to be in here. So they're just doing some setup for it. And then this room that I'm about to show you is where the safe was, behind the pretend wall that got blown up. So this, another fireplace room. This is the space that Flaring's talking, or Shino's saying got flooded, because this is the basement. This space, they have set up like that right now because they want to do podcasts, which no one's actually ever started. But if they're going to do filming and stuff, they like to film in that spot. Hey, I don't think there's enough natural light, but they have really good cameras. Like, very expensive camera. Oh, I should have looked for it. Usually and I noticed this. This didn't get taken down yet. I did an Among Us, an IRL Among Us in the library. So every single room had one of these hanging and had marked on it where you were. So this was the downstairs. DS was for downstairs so that the kids knew kind of where to go. Downstairs, electrical. So this was the electrical room, and I had tasks that were like Among Us tasks in each space, and they got a little card. Each round they got a new card, and the new card had different tasks, and someone was the imposter, and there was a rubber chicken, and when that was the alarm for the emergency, when you ring that for emergency, you go around, squeeze the chicken and yell emergency. If you found a body, then you would just escort it back to the cafeteria, which is that big room with the really big room with all the books and the big fireplace. That was the cafeteria. And so when you found the body, you would walk around and yell emergency and bring the person there. It was super fun. So yeah, all of the rooms that we explored were rooms for an Among Us game I made. We could do that. We could do that at Reach Camp, you guys. I could make fun things for us. Thanks for being here, Lee, and redeeming those balloons. Sketch, you are just a baby, but like a yellow-green baby. You're Sierra Mist baby. Is Sierra Mist a thing still? We'll drink that. Ah, so nice. We saw it, bro. Bro. Mr. Witt also wants to know. I already told him. Did you see it, Mr. Whittier? I told you what you was. He was the pestilence thing. Where did it go? Did I have a fever dream of that? I swear I showed him. Oh, it's right here. That's okay. Who's this? Unicorn of Pestilence. Sorry, I was just traveling into the darkness again. It's fine. That's all you missed. Party! I know. Lee came into my working stream earlier and was like, where are the balloons? I guess I decided to leave this way. I was like, you know what? I'll show you the outside this way. Oh, this is the false wall. That's what I was going to show you, yeah. Okay. So, right here. You see how this is here and this is there? One just like it. It's like that around the whole room. And there was one here too, but they took it off. And it hid the hinges that you see right here. So this is a false wall, and in it was a safe. This is which makes sense, the basement of his main house, right? The mafia guy Yeah, there you go. There's more hinges. So both these doors are supposed to open. So yeah. I think now they keep like some kind of heating. They redid the heating in the library. I think they keep a heating thing. I don't know what that is. But there used to be a safe right here. I think I thought I was showing you, but I was like, wait, I don't think this is a safe. Maybe it's a safe. I don't know. I feel like it's a heating system. Or there's a heating system on it. I don't know. But they blew it open. And there was nothing in it. Now it's just this. Yeah, secret passageways. There might be more secrets I don't even know about. Actually, old man who made an account and comes in here sometimes, who plays Repo sometimes with us, old man from the Discord, he keeps asking me if I found the secret passageway. He knows of a secret passageway, then he keeps forgetting to show me. You can only access it from outside in the library or something. I don't know. So this is the outside. They redid the walkway here. They put a little cross. Cute. Yeah, they redid all that when they redid the porch. They completely did the porch. The porch used to be bigger, more grand, more rock, but it wasn't realistic or safe. So it used to wrap around the entire building and would connect to there. You like the stone columns? Yeah, pretty. It's a pretty place too. Against those stone columns are pretty for. So I took I took my pregnancy photos in the midst of that willow with those rocks and stuff. Yeah, there's so many. So some people book the library just to do filming or get pictures taken. Because it's really nice. One group booked it to write like a movie, and they did some filming in there too. But like, because you could sleep in there, your kitchen's in there. If you don't want to go through our kitchen, you can make your own meals. So that's where we bring the kids fishing, at the pond right there. This is the last video, I think. This is the pavilion. Cute. Beep. Beep, bop, boop, boop. This was my favorite place when it's nice weather out. I like to sit in this pavilion specifically because you can hear the they keep multiple fountains in the pond. You can hear the fountains running and the birds chirping, and there's so much greenery around with the willows and everything, and there's so much flowers around and vines through the rocks in the pavilion, and I like to read my Bible there. It's really nice, and you get a good breeze through it. And you can just see the library from there. Yep. There it is. There's the library. There's that other place you can stay. And there's a bunch of other little buildings we didn't see where you can stay as a guest with your family or something. But yeah. Guys, that's my camp. Let me go full screen while I pull up Discord. And we'll look at what Zay sent. Zay wanted to send stuff that they do. Okay. Sorry. I'm seeing messages. I see messages I needed to see with my eyes. Okay. I'm going to show my Discord, you guys. I'm in streamer mode, so you're safe for the most part. Here's a job. She's 120. I'm 30. We switched it. Oh, we're talking about my character. Oh, this is my new D&D character, you guys. My D&D for tomorrow. This is my character. Yeah, did you like the tour? I hope you guys liked the camp. Go tell Romans we should have a Reach conference or Reach camp there. Yeah, you can book. Yeah, you can book for like anything you want to do here, really. Yeah. Yeah, DM me if you want for real information. Okay. I did like 90%, 95% of what you see outside, lol. All the pavers around the pool, the steps going up under the covered porch, steps going into the outdoor cabana pool room. Thank you for defining what that was. Hold up, fancy enough. I grew up jumping in ponds. I did the white shiplap siding. Oh! Did you know that this office is shiplap, Zay? You like the camp? You want to go to Reach camp? Aw. So, Wolf, my character is a forest gnome ranger. You did notice? Yeah, so my husband and I are DIYing the house ourselves. I think I've told you that before. And we took down the plaster out of this room after like 7 layers of wallpaper. There was shiplap. Because this room isn't original to the building. We discovered because it wasn't with the lath and stuff like the other rooms. I'm assuming that's what that means. And I liked it so much, and I was like, I just want to whitewash it, so I just whitewashed it. But yeah, it's just the shiplap that was. So it's not as insulated as well as other places. We actually just put insulation, blew it in from. Or shoved it in or blew it in. I don't know how we did it, but through the big knots in the wood that like the knots have fallen out of some of the places. There's holes, and we just put the insulation through that. But so sometimes this room gets cold, but it's a closet. Like the fire pit, all the pavers leading into the back door of the house. Whoa! Wait, how did you film this? That's so cool. That's really pretty. You guys can see it, yeah? Yeah. So nice. Wow, I like how, like, very boxy it is. I don't know why. I really like that. Drones. Wicked smart. So smart. Nice. All the grass was installed. I didn't want to do the whole... Wait. Did I open it, Anna? Wow. Look at that. Look at all this nice furniture. What did they not want to do? All the grass was installed. Oh, this? Are you saying on this? They didn't want to do the whole yard. Annoyed me. Wait, this? They didn't want to do the whole yard what? They didn't want to install grass on the whole yard? Oh, you mean here? Oh yeah, that looks really nice, like this. I didn't even notice that until you pointed it out. You mean that desert wasteland back there they didn't want to do anything with? That is funny. Well, I could give them the grass that G Fuel sent me. They'll help a little bit. They put too much furniture. Maybe they have a lot of friends. I did this one in January before my son was born, lol. And that was cold. Wow. Look how nice. White rock, so fancy. Where do you live? Is it so dry? Or does it because when you have to install it, you have to regrow the grass? Is that what's happening? Oh, that fireplace is really nice. I would love more fireplaces like that around the center. A lot of what we use now are like, we have a couple like permanent ones, but we do a lot of, what are the ones that move? The ones that poopy ones that you just move around. That's nice. Wait, is that before and after? Before? Wait, no. Before, after. Good job. Portable. Shino, you're right. Portable fire pit. Thank you, guys. Yeah, that makes sense. I had to have my big maple tree removed out of front of my house, and they did it like on the wettest day. That area. Now I'm done, lol. Just because we were talking about church stuff on stream. This is Catholic Church. We redid their entire front. Oh, they like to be very ornate. Custom cross and stone memorial around there. Wait, how far are you? Wait, I actually know how far you are. Wait, Zay. Still be my friend, but I found you. I found you in real life. I don't want to dox where you are, but that's nice. That's the thing about me. My toxic trait is I dive deep and I find people. I am a creep. Am I a creep or I just care about people? Very nice. Where is he, Slightly? Yeah, I found you all. No, I really did find you. Yeah, you know where my camp is, but you don't know where I am. I don't live at my camp. Yeah. Listen, it's your fault. You fouled me. I am not a very big content creator. So if you follow me with on one of my socials with your personal account and name, I'm gonna notice. I'm gonna notice. And I'm Curious George. I'm Curious George. What is this? Someone sent this. Let's go look at it together, you guys. What are we posting in Priest Discord? This is where the real fun comes in. Ew, what? Why are you posting this in my... Why'd they post that in my Discord? That is not cute. This is where the real fun... No, don't play again. What is this? Oh, I don't know if I want to... I want to do it in my Discord, because I don't know.
Grubhub Perks give you deals on the food you love. The kind of deals that make you boogie.
What? This person's memes are not my memes. What?
Get the food you love with Perks from...
Why did they send an ad?
Grub, which...
Why was the ad like that? Oh, do you guys like IPA? This person doesn't. I'm gonna keep them anonymous, but H doesn't like IPA, so this is the memes Raiden sends me. Yeah, Shino said that about someone he works with this summer. He's like, I told him I love him and we are friends, but his memes are not my memes. That means follow her on your spam. Yeah, follow me on all of your spam accounts. Multiple. Guys, it took me 4 years to get to 2,000 on Twitch. Come on. Well, you don't like beer, Shino.
I am hungry.
My parents forgot I live with them. That's funny. Suppeth. COVID era memes, lol. Are those COVID era memes, or do you mean the people? Listen, IPA tastes better the older I get. Well, you'll never be as old as me. Mr. Vidier, of course I know you. We actually follow each other on our own personals. Both our personals. You trusted me driving you in a car. We're besties for the resties. Oh, the food one was? Anyways. Do you guys want me to read about my D&D character quick? Of course you do. While I have your attention. Alright, this is the girl. Okay, this is her. And I'll read about her. Her backstory. Nestled in the heart of the ancient Whispering Woods, under the protective canopy of towering oaks and shimmering moonlight, a fierce storm raged one fateful night. When dawn broke, the druid circle known as Circle of the Wild's Mother. So listen, I've tied in Druic because my prior character was Circle of the Moon Druic Fairy. But also my character is neutral good, and she is a person of faith, but Christianity doesn't exist in her world. So she actually follows the goddess Melora, okay? Discovered an infant nestled safely in the roots of a colossal oak tree, wrapped in moss, and whispered blessings of the goddess Melora herself. And then I just clarified that this is the goddess that she worships, okay? They named her Pip Thistlefern. My name's Pip. Look at me. It's so funny because my D&D character... Can I show you something really funny, actually? This is really funny. This is my D&D group. Oh my gosh. That's my husband's character, I guess. My character from the last campaign... Okay, this was Luna. This was... she was from Daisy Woodland. She was Luna... I can't remember her last name. But, okay, so I made this character Luna, and I gave her pink hair. This is when I was not wearing a wig. I had brown hair. And now that I have pink hair, I could have just done it from there. Now that I have pink hair, I got this chick with brown hair. I have an identity crisis. I have an identity crisis. I know, I became Luna. Maybe I'm going to go back to my regular hair all the time after playing Pip. Anyway, yeah, she's Pip. Don't call her Pipsqueak. Don't call her Pipsqueak. So she's very different from... Luna was like me. She was like bubbly and like good and blah, 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 blah. So Pip is very quiet. Because she's a ranger, and she's also a forest gnome. So she, like, travels sneakily around the woods and stuff. So they named her Pip Thistlefern, a child of the wild and the fae, destined to walk between worlds. I have a longer description that I didn't include. Maybe I'll share a link to my character page in the Discord sometime for people that are really interested. So raised in secret by the druids, Pip learned the sacred rites of the forest, the language of the rustling leaves, the songs of the stars, and the delicate balance between growth and decay. From an early age, she showed a remarkable gift for moving unseen and listening to the whispers of the woodland spirits. Her closest companion, a mischief fox cub named Tumble, appeared one autumn night, believed to be a fey creature sent to guide and protect her. As she grew, Pip honed her skills as a ranger, tracking shadowy foes, tending to injured creatures, and defending sacred groves from those who sought to despoil them. Her quiet compassion and fierce protectiveness earned her the respect of the animals, the fae, and her druid mentors. But the forest was not without threats. Dun, dun, dun. The Blackwood Syndicate, that's her enemy, okay? Blackwood Syndicate, their greedy loggers, began encroaching on her beloved woods, tearing down ancient trees and silencing the songs of the wild. Bound by a sacred oath to Melora and guided by visions in moonlight groves, Pip now travels beyond the whispering woods. She moves slightly through shadow and storm, a guardian unseen but ever watchful. Her mission to protect the wild places, uncover ancient secrets, and rally allies. Though she prefers solitude, Pip knows the strength and connection. My friends are my power. And the fight to save the natural world will need many voices and many blades. Her story is one of quiet courage, ancient magic, and unbreakable bond with the wild. So Pip is 120 years old. It's so good to be in my 20s again, let me tell you. 3 foot tall. Other things about her is she's like super quiet. She doesn't trust others with information well. So like even when she has high wisdom. So even when I learn things through my high wisdom, I probably, even though I am neutral good and want to help my team, I probably won't share my information with my campaign teammates just because it's in my character's character. And she's not going to say a lot, which is going to be really hard for me. She's not going to say a lot. She's going to have like a quiet voice. She's going to be like sneaky. Like not sneakily on purpose, but just kind of like, where'd Pip go? Then she just like pops up like, oh my gosh, Pip was there. You scared me. I didn't know you were there. And she's just going to like smile. You know? No, she doesn't trap kids in well. She's different from me. Well, I made the story, but I made this in AI. Don't tell my design friends. I made it last night and I didn't have time. And I wasn't going to draw this. And I'm not selling it or anything. And I didn't want to just steal. I used AI because the other option for me was to take somebody else's artwork. And I wasn't going to do that. Something else. But my friend did. My friend is playing the role of Marcus Aurelius Caesar. He's a literal guy from Rome. He's already exists. He just straight up stole a real person. Because that's what the DM said. Bold of you to canonize Rome in my fantasy world. Let me tell you the situation we're in. The campaign. Because they did a one-shot during the summer when we were away. So we didn't know anything about this campaign. So we asked, we're like, can you tell us a little bit about this campaign? So, because my husband and I are just trying to make characters and we don't know. So the campaign is called Thunderdome. So basically the Thunderdome one-shot we did about a year ago was a 3-round tournament where a team of gladiatorial combatants would combat for a large prize. The Thunderdome is located on the floating city of Detritus, which is a sentinel city. It floats in the upper atmosphere of the continent to prevent extraplanar debris from crashing into the mainland. He lists the party members, which are Barbarian, Paladin, Fighter, and Cleric, respectively, participated in a tournament, battling through the first few rounds and securing themselves a place in the finals. The party overheard whisperings that the Dome had been failing to pay tithe, which I'm sure won't be relevant. During the final match, the tournament was interrupted by Vrondris, the Azure Demon, which is a young blue dragon, who was an emissary of Lanch, the Cerulean Storm, who the Dome has failed to tithe to. The debts came due, and all-out brawl ensued. It was a hard-fought battle, but ultimately our party came out on top, with Rory slaying Vrondris with a critical blow of her pickaxe. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Everyone's a hero, and they got lots of money. Surely there will be no lasting repercussions from the slaying of the emissary and the implications of revolutionary sentiment amongst the good folk of Detritus against the corrupt guardian Lanch. Who knows what will happen next? It's me. I know. So that's what I know. So I think my story would be that that this dome and all this build stuff is like messing up with nature and things like that. But so I'm not going to tell them any of this, but my actual intent is I'm going out. All these people usually are like, I fight because in honor of my dead wife and stuff like that. My story is going to be that I know that I need allies to overcome, all of this. And so, not that I want to fight, but I need to go and meet fighters. So that is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create allies around me. And I'm doing it in a very sneaky, secretive way. But anyways, that's my campaign. And we're going to find someone to raid. Actually, we can just do it. We can find someone together. Because it is late. Oh, bye, Zay. Have a good night. Thanks, everybody. I'm glad you missed the camp tour, mate. Oh, dang. Someone got deleted by SiriBot. So Thunderdome like Mad Max? I don't know. Yeah, let's see if he can live up to the Great Emperor. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, Lee, I'm so sorry that you're missing it. Why does she have a tail for a leg? Because it was AI. I told you, Sketch. Okay, let's find, let's see. Because I kind of just go to his page to get, sometimes I raid him too, you guys. I don't think I can do it while he's live. Oh yeah, I can. We'll go see Reach Conference Team. Wow, 13 people wow. I don't like it when it shows me the number, but thanks for being here and seeing my camp, guys. Still waiting on someone to stream. Yeah. We love Mr. Whittier. Yeah, tomorrow is Friday. So I'm not going to be streaming. Remember tomorrow, because once a month I'm going to be playing D&D, and it's tomorrow. What's Jate doing? Jate is playing Moonstone Island. I don't know what that is. No one's probably showing a tour of their camp. Should we... Brandocious played a game with us recently. What are they playing? Mama Brick's playing like a tabletop card game. Whoa. She's playing a game? Should we go support her playing a game, maybe? You think? You should do a cooking stream. Oh, you love TC Warrior? We can go there. I haven't gone there in a little while. I'm gonna click it now so I don't have to watch the ads again. Let's go there. Wee! But Zay, you're leaving. You can't come on the raid because you're leaving. Because you're a little baby. Because you're so young. I don't know why I assumed you're like my age. Probably because you're so successful. Little baby Zay. Okay, I got it. You have rules. Wait, I can't do the raid command there. Imagine I go in there and I do a raid command in his chat. Dang. What you gonna do? I gotta type in his name because they're two different computers. TC. First world problems. Imagine finally, after 3 years of streaming, finally having 2 computers set up and complaining about having a 2 computer setup. Imagine. Dark theme for the win? No. No. I am a child of the light. Dark theme superior? Stop it. How do you not have dark theme on? I can't handle white. Listen, bro. Look. Everything. Look at my Discord. Everything is light mode. When my phone auto dims in the evening, even when I'm in bed and all the lights are off, and my husband, who is a lover of dark mode, is right next to me, and he turns to look at me, I put my screen light volume, I don't know what it's called, up to full right away. Burn my eyes. Burn them. I'm stopping. I'm following. I'll never join you guys. Not even if there's a fire. Undiscording. We walk in the twilight. Hey! I'm your senior. I was born in the 1900s. You need to be nicer to me. Alright guys, I hope you come on this raid. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna miss you tomorrow. I won't I'm be home tomorrow, so I'm not working either. So I'm gonna be hanging out with my daughter 1-on-1 time, and then I'll get my son, and then it'll be a 2-on-1 time, and I will be outnumbered, and I will be scared, but I will conquer it, because I am a mother. Your dang retina is melting. You know what's so frustrating? I have really good eyesight. I have a channel point redemption where you guys can protect my eyes, and literally whenever someone claims it, somebody always immediately claims for it to come off. You guys want this. You want my eyes to be dead. No, you don't. I do have good eyesight. I have perfect eyesight. Anyways, we're leaving, you guys. The raid already started. Stop harassing me. I like you and I love you, but Jesus loves you more. Bye! I'll be on Saturday. I think, yeah. I don't remember what I'm doing, but I'll be there. Wait, will I? Yes, I will. I keep forgetting. I'll be there. Love you, Sketch. Oh, people don't have good vision? That's wild. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild.
Brother, thank you so much for the follow. Yo, 2 week mate, appreciate you. Thanks for the follow. Bree, it's good to see you. How is everything? Thank y'all so much for coming in and hanging out with me. Dude, we just experienced one of the most craziest matches. You got a good voice for ASMR for oh my
Oh,
word.
again, private. Why are these
Crazy,
crazy
man.
characters all private? Yeah, they gotta be sweats.
Yeah, they're all sweats, bro. Some punk named Tay. Alright, bud.
Diamond.
I'm a young whippersnapper. Really wanted to come here. Yo,
Yeah, the
appreciate
Berserk is
you,
definitely
Tay.
a pro.
Thank you so much,
Definitely
guys.
pro. Also private.
Well, welcome, man. If you don't know me, my name
They're all
is
Smurf
EC
accounts.
Warrior.
Yeah, y'all Smurf accounts.
My name is CC Warrior, and I love the Lord with all my heart, mind, soul, and strength. And he's the reason why I stream. He's the number one reason, and then y'all are the number two reason. To reach as many people as I possibly can. If you don't know the Lord, I encourage you to get to know him before it's too late. If you do know the Lord, I encourage you to continue in your faith and continue to walk in it. For sure, for sure. Yo, Wolf, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. He told me I had bad eyes. Yo, Zay, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. But non, thank y'all so much for hanging in there with me. We were playing some ranked rivals, so the games are getting intense. I'm probably the most chill guy that you'll meet on stream. That's not coming from me, that's just what I've heard. I don't really rage very much at all, but I am very competitive. I love competitive games. I love playing with community. And if you want to add me on this game, you can definitely do so. Definitely do so. I play with all people, all ranks. It doesn't matter. Even if you want to play some